people, so good morning. It is Monday morning in Trinidad and Tobago and most parts of the world. And welcome to Off the Record as we start a new week. And of course, starting that new week, and before we get started here, we have to acknowledge, of course, the morning team of Nigel Snipes, Lennox Smith.
Yes.
And
Andy Williams.
boy, you know.
He plays hot this morning. Hot. He taking some nice bullet this morning. Nice bullet. You need ducking from them bullets.
Andy, listen. How I could put this, boy? We like Simon and Simon.
Yeah.
We like Tango and Cash.
Yeah.
We like Sherlock Holmes and Watson. Right? Don't make me come for you, Andy. You know you like to jump on plane before the... You like to jump on a plane at earlier flight than everybody else.
And they always...
Don't make me do that, you know.
And they always after me.
Yeah, you
They always
understand?
after me.
You understand? I hear him talking about colleague and this one and that one.
I don't let your callers and them chain you up now. Come now, man. Don't do that now,
man.
You let your caller, you too old for this thing. The callers and them chaining you up and say, what this one say, as I want to say. And I'm like, what the hell going on?
And
what
are we diehard listeners there? Diehard UNC listener. He called it and he said the Grog Reporter has been around for 15 years, the longest standing. Don't let nobody come and ting and say that you're turn P&M and all kind of thing. I said, look at Bacchanal here today. And then he said to the other colleague there, you have a show. Don't come here. Don't try to call in. Who's trying to call in?
Heavy.
Heavy? Oh,
yeah,
God,
heavy name call too. Heavy name call
oh, God, heavy.
He name called by default.
All right.
By default.
Well, listen.
It is what it is. But generally,
yeah.
With this scenario, I find there's too much nitpicking thing, right? And we need to set some
much
standards.
Speculation.
Some standards here, right?
Too much.
We have too many issues outside there to be worrying about. This one alone, but police confidence is at a zero right now. It's not up there at all, right? People are very upset in a lot of instances, and from time to time you will get that, right? Because it is a thing, right? But one thing we do know, we need body cameras. Whatever the hell all you have to do, Roger Alexander, and I'm calling the name hard this morning. Guevara first name, what name?
Alistair
Guevara. We need body cameras. Whether or not Gary ordered the cameras and put it under the wrong name and all kind of that is irrelevant to the whole party. We need body cameras, because if we had body cameras, we would have been able to review the footage that what happened on that fateful day. That is number one. Right? Number two, we got our evidence from the video itself, scrutiny of the video. And we not no chopping men here. We are bright guys. Whether you want you or your callers or whoever want to believe it, we are bright guys. Right? We ain't saying that it is definitive. We are saying this is the evidence that was presented, and it appears.
Hold on. This is the video that they was talking about is AI and all kind of thing. Could be with AI.
Yeah, could be with AI.
Okay,
yeah.
All right. Let me just spell that one time. Right?
Got the 28-minute video. Don't have no AI in it.
It's no AI in that. That is the original footage. It is just a shorter edit
depiction of it. Yeah.
Right.
But it doesn't show the back shot. The back shot that came from the long rifle behind, that came through the front simultaneously with the shot behind.
Where
right?
the officer fired at the passenger
side. So what I will say is this. We don't have all the evidence. We don't have all the forensic evidence to understand the entirety of the issue. Because look, someone now brought up there just now that when the car crashed, all the windows was up.
Right.
And they said that they were shooting at them beforehand.
Right.
Where they were shooting at them from?
Well, listen.
They were winding down a glass and shooting?
They could have taken down the glass and shoot,
right.
and then when
that
they
a
go
plausibility.
along, they could have put it back up.
That's a plausible situation.
Listen.
But
Go ahead.
If she did, if that shot, if you look and slow down the video, you would see the back glass of the vehicle while the guy hand was out. The back, okay. If you are, and this is common sense, right? And I did a little bit of chronology too, right? So I understand certain things where certain things are concerned. But if you're about half a foot or less, if you're in the back, if you're in the front seat and you're shooting out at a back glass, you would be at least what? How many feet is that? About
two?
No.
2, 3?
Nah, it will be about here. It will be about
1.
here.
About 2 feet. About 2 feet.
Or less, right?
Or less, yeah.
Right. So if you're shooting a high velocity weapon, which is a pistol basically, and you're shooting it at a glass that is tinted, you would most likely get the glass to shatter and fall outward. There are theories that it could ricochet from inside. We don't know that.
The law of
We don't know
physics
that.
must apply.
Right. So if that is the case, right, it would mean that the police that came out of the vehicle with the sirens blaring, you was hearing the sirens throughout the entire video,
Yeah.
you would have heard a shot, and that shot would have created the scenario for the police to open fire. Right?
Right.
If that is the case. If that is the case. If
All right.
that is the case.
Okay, but hold on.
So,
hold on. Okay, hold on. I think we need to. Here we're going on. It have a lot of misunderstanding because of lack of information, right?
Right.
Right.
And we don't have all the information.
We do not have all the information, but we do have some information.
Right.
I just want to go back to Maloney. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Right. But before I go, hold on. Before we go back to Maloney, let me paint the picture proper. Not painting a picture to create a verdict, but
Or to pronounce an innocent or guilt.
But you must establish an understanding of why the hell they was running from the police in the first place.
Right.
Why is that important?
Because from Maloney to...
Is 11, yeah, they say 12 to 20 minutes
40
depending.
minutes. I said 40
Right?
minutes, yeah.
Now, the reason why that is important, and I see people dismissing that, you cannot dismiss that. Because if I am running from you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there is aggression within that pursuit,
Right.
you must understand that when the car crash, when they bend the corner, your response coming out of your vehicle as a police officer is one of high alert
Right.
because of what would have taken place during the chase.
Before. And well, they did say maybe an all points bulletin was called during the chase.
During the chase, right.
And some vehicle started, because if I am driving hard, right? If I am
Right.
driving hard and police behind me with sirens on, the first thing I want to do is to indicate that I going and slow down.
That's right.
So my hand will be out the vehicle.
That's right.
Sitting there going and slow down or give some signal and pull aside. That didn't happen. The only reason you stop is because you take the corner too hard
And you
end up in a drain.
And you end up
right?
in a drain, right?
Right?
But hold on. Let me just go back to the whole mad scene here, right? There was an article yesterday where Joshua Samaru's sister spoke, but we will get to that coming down the road, right? So, right. Now, we have to remember, the whole scene take place with this meeting of this guy named Douglas.
Right.
Right? Douglas had met with the Joshua Samaru boy before the Maloney meetup.
Right.
They had met in some bar somewhere. Right? And I think it's in Curep or something, so if I'm not mistaken, right?
Right.
And then the arrangement was a meeting in Maloney or whatever the case might be, right? So, this is Seeley's statement here. It is important that we get her statement, right? This is her official statement. The shooting began with a police chase in Maloney Gardens, according to the police.
Right.
So we starting with Sealy's statement, but the first paragraph under that is, according to police, the January 20th shooting began with a police chase in Maloney Gardens.
Right.
Right? Not the incident started. The shooting began
Right.
with a police chase in Maloney Gardens. Sealy, in a statement given to police in early February, said she and Samaru stopped in Maloney Gardens before school pickup for their child. She said Samaru stopped to speak with someone and she heard him say, "Don't bother," to the person before reversing. Almost immediately when he said "don't bother," a marked police vehicle moved in front of our car. An officer exited the police vehicle with a firearm drawn.
Right.
Joshua reversed away. Right?
Right.
So let me just pause right there in a statement, right? We go on Maloney. We going to meet some man. This Douglas man, right?
Right.
Joshua said, "Don't bother," and decided wherever it is he and the man was supposed to
Transact.
engage in, he wasn't going to bother with it. Maybe he find the place something suspicious, something wasn't right, wherever. Good? Quite must have a reason, right?
Right.
He jumped back in the car and started to reverse. And it's when he said "don't bother," jumped back in the car and was going on his way, the police pull up. What that sound like?
Nefarious activity of
That
some
ain't no,
kind.
it didn't sound like some sort of sting operation. You wouldn't say that I mean, as everybody's speculating.
Right.
You wouldn't say that could be maybe a sting operation that might have been taking place.
Well, they never tell you waiting.
Because I find it, I go in by what she say. So in my mind, reading that, I saying, but that's like a setup,
Right.
right? But anyway, so the police are approaching you, right? A police come on the vehicle with the gun drawn.
Right.
So okay, our gun is drawn, but a police will come out of a vehicle with his gun drawn if it is believed or they have information that the occupants of a vehicle could be
Nefarious
and right, or they have a
activity.
record on them, right?
Ah.
Otherwise, a police, you understand, if it's a hostile situation or a situation that they believe to be hostile, they could come out of the vehicle with a gun drawn.
Right.
Good? They didn't come out shooting, firing no shot for you to run away and start driving away from them, right? All she is saying is the police come out with the gun drawn, right? So, as we go on there, oh God, wait, where are we gone? That's not it, hold on it. Right, silly statement. Bam, 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 bam. Right, reversed away, right. She went on to say, Joshua reversed away. I then observed the same young man who had approached our vehicle, presumably to speak with Joshua. Right? Enter the police vehicle, after which the police vehicle pursued us. Right? So in a statement, she's presuming that this officer that came from the vehicle was coming to talk.
Right.
Right. She said, I was extremely frightened and pleaded with Joshua to stop because I was afraid we would crash. He continued driving and kept saying words to the effect of, "It's okay, don't worry." While turning onto a back street, the vehicle skidded and collided with a galvanized fence. Upon impact, I began screaming. Joshua said words to the effect of, "Okay, okay," and he lowered the driver's side window and put both hands outside the window.
Right.
At that point, police officers began firing into the vehicle, the statement read. Okay? The distance between Maloney Gardens and St. Augustine is approximately 11 kilometers, meaning it would take, on average, between 12 and 20 minutes to drive. All right?
Right.
Good.
Which is a long time.
All right. So that is her statement. They went to meet this
Right.
man in Maloney. Joshua find the scene. Look, we ain't going to bother with that. And he jumped back in the vehicle. And the
started
police pull up
pursuing.
on them.
Yeah. Well,
Yes.
well, what is most instructive is if, okay, that's her account of what took place, right?
Right.
And we are saying that there may have been a shot fired from the back seat.
Right. So we reach the crash.
Right, Luigi
And
crash.
she said upon the crash, the police started fire.
Right. So they will be saying that she fired a shot. Right? with the gun they find in the car, in inverted commas, right?
Right?
Now, if a shot is fired, you would set a fire back, right?
Of course.
The man with the long weapon behind,
I have to preserve my life.
he would set a shoot to the front,
Of course.
right? So that the shot that we see come through the front glass.
Right, but he would have line of sight.
He'd have line of sight, right? Okay, if that is the case, when you go to the hospital, you are alive, right?
Correct.
And you're on a bed and whatever. Why didn't they handcuff you to the bed or
We ought to be under police guard.
or under police guard for the period during, because you would have been charged for possession of a firearm
Right?
and you would have been charged for discharging a firearm to create bodily harm,
Right.
right? So that 2 charges there already.
Right?
You let her go.
Well, you want me to tell you one more suspicious in that whole scene? All right, you mentioned the hospital, right?
Right.
Let me go back to the article from yesterday with the Samaroos. Right? And let me go to the start of that story, right? Shocking reversal. Joshua Samaroos' family now backs allegations against Kaia. Right? Now, the lawyer is saying that the media take that and report wrongly on it, eh? But nevertheless, this is the part that I want to a little catch here. Right? Bam, 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 bam. Likely meaning of the charges, right? Good. Here it comes. Samaru's sister Christine and father now believe the allegations put forward by the TTPS that Sealy was somehow involved in Joshua's killing. And he said, quote, I've been informed that she's allegedly known in the TTPS system as Gangster Barbie. So let me stick a pin right there and go back to the hospital. If this is somebody that is known to you,
No, that is,
and
that
is
is
in your
that-
system.
But that is his account. That is his account.
No. He said he's been informed by the lawyer but that she is known as Gangster Barbie in the TTPS system.
All right.
Is the
okay.
lawyer telling him this? You know, Christian Williams. This is what the report stating.
Okay.
Right? So anyhow, regardless of that, if she is known in the system as this Gangster Barbie, worse yet, that when she reach in the hospital, you're supposed to have her under police guard.
Right.
Because she's known to the
To
police,
the police, yeah.
as
a nefarious
Gangster
element, yeah.
Barbie.
Right.
But yet, she wasn't. She was allowed to leave the hospital. She was allowed to leave the country.
Right. And then all they come in and say that she had a firearm and whatever. So why she wasn't charged for those 2 offenses? Because the scenario would only exacerbate itself. Okay, when you pull up on the scene and you hear a shot, where's your next action after that?
When I pull up on the scene,
When you pull up on the scene and I hear a shot, not coming from us.
right, we's police, right?
What am I going to do after?
Well, either you take,
Not Riddler Bika?
well, it's either that, some people will say,
Take cover.
take cover,
Right.
right? But the take cover, the training that you will get to take cover, I think applies to specific scenarios.
Right.
I think the scenario that played out there, a shot go off, you know exactly where the shot come from, because you have been pursuing this vehicle for at least 12 to 20 minutes,
Right.
right? You are well aware of the occupants of the vehicle, if they're violent, if they're armed and dangerous or whatever, because the oil point bulletin would have given that information,
Right.
right? That's the next thing. If our oil points bulletin went out, they would state if the occupants of the vehicle is armed and dangerous. That is standard procedure across the board in any policing. They must tell you that.
Yeah, but how they come? All the callers before come to tell we that we sided with the police. I try to understand that.
I don't understand that
I
either.
try to understand that.
We're not. No, but okay, hold
We're
on.
not sided with no police here.
Even if we side with the police, right? It is based on a theory.
Right.
If you decide to side with the suspect, because she's a suspect, right? She's been in charge. Then you are siding with the suspect based on a theory.
Right.
But here what strengthens
Or
our theory.
or affiliation.
Right. But what strengthens our theory? If you believe we siding with the police, is that the DPP said that he had enough evidence
Because he was
To
waiting.
charge.
He was waiting on a forensic report to charge.
Right.
And he got the forensic report. What the forensic report said would
Now, if the forensic report is stating that there was gun residue behind the driver's seat,
well, there's another theory that came out this morning along those lines, but that and all, I don't know.
no, but what I'm saying, if the forensic report says that there is gun
Shot
residue
behind the driver,
behind the driver's seat,
which would mean it can be Joshua, because he was outside the car.
and the shot could not come from outside, it had to come from
And
inside.
Casper could not fire it either.
Good. So, all we're saying is this. We could sit down here and come and do the show from now until the end of the year. And we could all go around in a circle, speculating, and the TTPS, the crooked, and this one, that, and who's gangster Barbie or not, or wherever. Right?
And still, she has to go to court.
And she still just had to go to court. And when they reach in the court, the evidence going to be presented, and it's either it stand up or it fall apart. If it falls apart in the court,
It will look bad in the police service.
the TTPS, well,
It will be found wanted.
they're going to be found wanted in a big way. But this morning, a man tell me on TV, and I had to refer the Juman incident to him. A man called in and he tell me, he said, but Stephan, they had enough time to doctor the evidence.
Doctor the evidence?
Hold on.
Okay.
I said, well, let me look at where's enough time. 4 months. January 20th,
Juman take about 4 years.
4 years, and police get charged.
At the end of it.
So wait as we really saying. Only make it make sense. Everybody saying make it make sense? Well, make it make sense now.
Yeah, but this morning, I think that the DPP should silence all of the naysayers and just put the basic evidence out in the public domain. The ones that you could, of course. Right?
Exactly.
Ones that wouldn't prejudice the case and whatever. Put out that in the public domain and let her answer.
The first thing the DPP needs to clear up, right? Is that understanding that Lennox had. We now sit down with Lennox there, and Lennox saying, so how it is she could have shoot him? And we have to explain to Lennox, and I want to explain, all the listen up, take the wax out all the ears, right? They never said she shot Joshua Samaro. That is not what the charge is. The charge is along the lines of a law called causation.
I'm going to read it out for them.
Read it for them, X, because like they didn't hear you last week when you read it. Because they're thinking with emotion and they're not listening. It is an actual law. You could charge somebody for it.
Right.
Right.
According to Samaro's autopsy, died from shock and hemorrhage, polytrauma, and multiple... right. Let me get to the actual case. This is the leading English case, which is called a precedence in the court,
Right.
establishing that a person can be held criminally liable for manslaughter or murder where they create a dangerous situation that leads to a foreseeable lethal response by police or others.
Right.
The accused, I'm going to give you a live case. The accused used his pregnant girlfriend as a human shield while firing at the police.
Right.
Police returned fire and killed the girlfriend. The defendant argued that police actions caused the death. Court ruling. The court held that the police response unreasonable and foreseeable. There was no break in the chain of causation, no novus actus intervenus. Therefore, Paget Titi was legally responsible for her death. Legal principle established that defendant will be liable when unlawful situation and a third party responds responsibly and foreseeably, and that response results in death.
Okay.
The original offender is treated as the legal cause of death. The original defender, which is the man shooting while holding his pregnant girlfriend hostage, right? The victim's reaction must be foreseeable. Causation principles and so on, and they go on to the fairness. If a person initiates a shooting or videos of violent confrontation and police respond with force and someone is killed, the person who started the situation can be held liable for manslaughter or murder Because they set the chain of events in motion.
In motion. So in other words, in simple language, right? The car came to a stop when the car crashed.
Right.
So what they are saying, what the DPP has given the directive to charge for, is that if indeed she fired a shot from inside the vehicle at the police,
She would have caused the motion of events.
she would have started a motion of events which caused the police to return fire, and in returning fire,
He was found dead.
they killed Joshua Samaru.
So it's not a case of she shooting anybody.
She didn't shoot. They
anything
never
like that.
said that. Only let me get the information correct now, so that we could formulate, or we could have a little understanding for the process. There is a process. It's called the natural course of justice. I seen people protesting outside there yesterday. Was the Samaru family there?
No, I didn't see that.
Didn't look so.
I didn't see that.
So based on the article from the Guardian, whether or not they
Said it or not.
or not, they weren't there.
Right.
That's supposed to speak to some
Speaks
effect.
volumes.
Right. However, in terms of the actual oh gosh,
What's that?
the causation,
Right.
right? If it is that it is established that she did fire a shot from inside the vehicle, the police returned fire, they hit him,
And she was
he pick up,
paralyzed.
she get paralyzed, her action caused a reaction. And if you are a police officer, you could swing high on, not even a police officer, anybody. Like a man telling me when you go to train and you go to a FUL and they teach you to train and they teach you when you fire upon to look for cover. Listen, those rules apply in theory. When you're in actual
Split second.
split second decisions,
A different flavor.
there's a different flavor. Didn't a former commissioner of police operate off of the slogan "one shot, one kill"?
Yeah.
What I was based on, if you fire on my officers, they will fire back, and they're not going to aim at no arm
leg.
or no leg.
Yeah.
That is what he said. That is same commissioner everybody won back,
Right.
right? But here we have a scenario where they were supposedly, allegedly, whatever term you want to use, fired upon, and they returned fire. Right? And everybody jumping around the place like wild horses. Everybody outside protesting. What you protesting for? She has not been found guilty of anything.
But Wednesday they're going by the DPP office, they say. They say they're going by the DPP office Wednesday.
I had a talk call and asking for the Prime Minister to come out and address the nation for what?
So on what?
For what? A 2-year-old child just get killed and thrown in the sea. Eh? What if I forget that happened? 2 children just died recently
But I wonder.
from two incidents of murders.
I wonder, though, they said that the perpetrator was charged. So I try to understand what you being charged with.
Well, he murdered the child.
You found the body? What child?
Exactly, they haven't found the body.
What child?
Well,
you
they
getting
said,
charged
remember they
for?
said he confessed.
He can keep telling all you the timeline is important.
He confessed,
and if the
but-
timeline not right, he could confess all day. It doesn't make a difference.
But that's true.
Whole day he can confess.
Well, true. But I tell you what we have to do. I see you all on the call. We have to take a short pause. So we're going to take a break. It's not long. All I know we are not real long breaks here. And when we come back from the break, we will get your thoughts on this. We will have your discussion. Remember, always stop this emotional thing here. We're having a discussion.
Are we not
A
pronouncing
dialogue.
nobody?
We're not pronouncing
nobody.
We ain't saying nobody innocent or nobody guilty. We're saying a lot of speculation taking place. We need clarity on the population needs clarity on some things, and we cannot come to a conclusion when we do not know what all the evidence is in the matter. But everybody formulating our opinion based on the video that out there and what they're seeing. And that is fair game, because that is what they're seeing.
Yeah,
and
but
your
the
eyes.
DPP could solve this problem. He can solve this problem.
But easily,
today,
of course, he could solve the
by
problem.
calling a press conference and giving the details of certain things
Yeah.
and letting us know.
He don't want to
right?
reveal the evidence, but he can
Yeah,
give some
yeah.
details. If you need data on the go, get a preloaded SIM card for as low as $40. Available at any store where you see a Digicel sign on the outside. Spot the Digicel sign, get a new number, preloaded data, and more. Win up to $750 weekly in cash. Digicel customers can text the word SPIN to 8181 to enter. Enter now for the chance to win cash weekly. We'll be back after this.
But Johnny, how come your house is twice the size of mine, but my bill is twice the cost of yours? Johnny, what's going on? Why your bill so low? How your bill so low? I'm conserving energy.
Talk City 91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1 is launching bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk City 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here. With voices you know, trust, and respect. Get ready for an all-new lineup of the very best in talk. Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, Stephen Reese, Mr. X, Derek Charbodi, Roland Stewart, Sharon Farfan, Sudath Prasad, Heavy Duty, Alex Asing, Karen Francisco, Cherry-Leen Lewis, Short Pants, and more of the voices shaping the national conversation. From hard-hitting current affairs to real community issues, culture, politics, social development, and the stories that matter most to you. This is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk.
So I got right here on Talk City 91.1, where we're going to give you something new, something hot every day, Monday to Friday.
Listen on 91.1 FM and connect on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. New shows, new features, big giveaways. Talk City 91.1. Your city, your voice.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
But something earlier on. Listen, anybody pursuing, and this is something anyway here, I'm just not a normal call. Anybody pursuing a vehicle that is established, have arms and ammunition, and were actively firing at them, they're not coming out of their vehicle after that the vehicle has been immobilized. They're not coming out of their service vehicle and approaching that suspect like that.
Right.
You don't even have to be trained. That's the mere factor of self-preservation. The untrained man coming there, going and dive on the ground and get himself a small target.
Okay.
You understand?
Right.
Scenario relevant. So that is one. Yeah. Two, the mere fact that they had to resort to this, so that this remote charge as a causation. You understand? It leaves a lot to think about. But something is, if it come like this, then in the context of somebody to you, and you come to them to talk. So they take you in front for something they know action going to take against them. It will just pull that charge out of yes for. And given this circumstance here, they look at the outcome. One paralyzed, one way, and you still going and pursue that remote side, something to see there. That is it. Yeah.
All right, no problem. But I mean, listen.
Well, if she was firing, it would take a totally different twist to what took place.
Exactly.
Totally different twist.
If you shoot at the police, they shoot back. if that is what happened. Morning.
Yeah, gentlemen, morning.
Yeah.
Morning.
I realize people in this country right now not dealing with facts. They only want to deal with feelings and fiction. Because if you go on social media, some kind of stories popping up in an effort to try to support the girl, and I don't know where the people getting them things from. No, people fail to realize that the DPP just was sign off on what police put in front of them.
All right.
A lot of times police would go with him with a file, and he would look at the file, and he would send it back to them and tell them, do this, do that, re-interview this one.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So that is what people do, and people don't want to understand. Now, that protesting song, as far as I'm concerned, was a waste of time. If they really wanted to help the young lady, pool all their money together.
And get
Pay
you
for a case.
and get you a good lawyer, yeah. I see, yeah.
Pay for a good lawyer.
Yeah.
Go in court and support your man. But it's that one balling on the place. You're balling. You're calling for the Prime Minister head, the Homeland Security head, and the Commissioner of Police head. And them have nothing to do with what happened.
All right, cool.
As far as I see, from the facts that come out and what the young lady say when she was in the hospital in the first instance, is when you see police, you run. Why you run?
Well,
all right, cool, thanks.
Plenty questions. And that's the problem. We have more questions and answers.
Sorry about that.
Morning, go ahead.
Good morning. Oh, yeah, morning. You know, I want to tell you something. When this girl, when Kaya was injured, was she injured because of the impact of the car? Or if she was injured, she stated in her public statement that the police just grabbed her out of the vehicle and they tossed them in the trunk, in the back of the vehicle. They didn't take care of them or call an ambulance, nothing. So it sounds as if Kaya, I hope she get an American lawyer up there. Because it sounds like because of the police negligence too, they caused serious damage, serious and permanent damage to this young 24-year-old child. She's got a whole future ahead of her and a little child too. And it sounds as if, you know, the police should have called an ambulance and cordoned off the area. But what did they do? They grabbed him and drummed up in the trunk and sped away. So, you know, it raises the suspicion. And it visibly creates the appearance of impropriety by the police. That's why, you know...
But caller. You mentioned the police putting them in the back seat, in the back of the van, right?
Yeah,
right. And
you
talk about coordinate.
So they put them in the back seat.
Okay, but hold on. The police also have a responsibility to render aid to anybody injured in anything. So you don't wait until they cordon off the area for anybody to bleed out. You put them in the back of the vehicle. Yeah.
Whenever there's an accident in Trinidad, the ambulance should immediately show up. You know that? We don't do that.
We don't know system
and
like that.
You know what we also don't do? The police and them will always drive with the lights on. And you don't know if they're pulling you over or they're just driving with the siren lights on. And the other thing I wanted to tell earlier, I think that DPP gets one closed. You know that man is the best just said? Every time you see him looking dapper, but stop coming out of that office all the time because that office is compromised. We know that. Everybody does. All right, take care.
Everybody knows.
All right, I didn't know that.
Everybody knows that?
Me, I know that at all.
We know that more.
I know nothing about no DPP office being compromised. Morning.
Not more that.
Yeah, morning. Stephan
Yes,
and Mr. X.
Hello, good day.
I listened to your contribution and your analysis for this whole thing. You all are forgetting one thing. Granted, we have some very, very, very dishonest police officers who for decades cannot be trusted.
But that would always be the case. That would always be the case.
Analogy, everything policing is supposed to do somebody pull. You know how much times people raise no gun, people are nothing and they get gunned down? This is what happens in Trinidad and Tobago. This is not normal.
And we have advocated for body cams because it happens all over the world. And they use body cams. When you go back on your shift, you go back to the station, you take off your camera and you put it on the docking station, which retrieves the footage for the day. You can't go and tamper with that.
I agree with you, you know.
Right.
Gary Griffith tried, they didn't wear it. All the other commissioners after tried, they did not wear. The police not business about that.
Well, they're not
No.
business about that because nobody in charge is doing anything about it. If I give a general order and say that you have, upon arriving on shift, you have to put on your body camera and you have to wear it for your entire shift and don't interfere with it for the entire shift. It was supposed to happen, you know.
You know there are police that wear body cameras, right?
But it have a couple of them.
It have a few.
There is those who not in real active gunfire. There is them walking through water Spain. You see them who doing the killing? They're not wearing that.
Well,
you all have to understand it's not normal police we're dealing with. This is the point I'm bringing to you. When people raise their hands in the sky because they surrender, it could be the baddest criminal of all time, and you raise your hand, you're not supposed to be shot, killed. And this is the point. I don't care what happened before. This is what we see. Thank you. Have a good morning.
All right.
Well,
you see, that's
all
ignorance,
I'm saying, the training has to be in a certain way, and I keep saying this.
Yeah,
for Alistair Guevara and for Roger Alexander, while we are in a LOSOE, call the relevant people all over the world. Scotland Yard, Quantico, FBI, whoever you call. Call them and find out how you can get specialists, skills person into the police service via some law or something that would allow them to properly analyze our scene. We'll show you two instances where we fail this time around.
Yeah, morning.
Yes, morning, gentlemen, and to your listeners.
Yeah.
I do believe any of us will go and watch a movie and then ask the commissioner to interpret it for us, right? So I'm not going to go over the facts that can be pulled out from the video, but I'm going to deal with the police aspect of where we are today and what happened and what they said happened. Now, they have been inconsistent, right? In terms of how they narrated the events. Firstly, secondly, what will come into question?
How so?
The initial statement from the police commissioner is that his officers were challenged and they returned fire. However, what we see on the video is the officers started shooting first. I'm not going to.
No. We did not see that.
You cannot establish that.
And if you notice,
establish that.
We did not see that, sir. That is not the truth.
No.
Let me move on from that part. What will come into question is causation or not, right? With Kaya Sealy will be the procedure. And if Kaya Sealy is what caused the officers to forsake what is procedure. So you're telling me, you two gentlemen there in the studio, right? Police engage all you, right? In the same manner, everything happened, and they kill one person. Next person needed medical treatment. The police say that they found a firearm, right? So you are telling me, what is the procedure when that happens? Is it that you allow the person to reach as far as where it is right now? Why was the procedure changed in this case?
Well, that's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. The procedure is very, very weird, and that's why I am asking for skills in the police service. While we're in SOE, call the relevant people and get some kind of something, because we will show you, when you come off the phone here, we will show you two instances where the police dropped the ball. Two major instances.
And the fact that the police forsake procedure as it relates to finding a firearm after being in a shootout, as they claim, right, where one person perished, if the procedure is that you leave a suspected criminal who you find you could have already charged with possession already to be able to leave the country, that will come into question and the police will have to answer.
Agreed.
Fair.
Be fair. We agree with you on that point. That's a strong point.
And if you, as I say, watch the video and take out the stuff.
And was she swabbed? Was she swabbed after the incident?
That is questions that the police will have to answer.
Right,
and
fine.
up to now, they have not given out that type of information as to, okay, when was the gun found? At the scene, right? Based on that, when was the testing done, or was it done? You understand? At what time?
What kind of gun? And all these issues. What kind of gun? Is it a gun with heavy recoil? Is it a gun with low recoil? All these issues you need to take into effect when you're evaluating a crime scene. And
Nice.
it seems as though we are woefully wanting.
And I'm saying, based on the footage now, right, as soon as the crash happened, when the officers exit, it is they that opened fire on the vehicle. It is not the other way around. Whether Kaya shoot at them, whether the claim is that Kaya shoot at them or not, you look in the video and the first shot is coming from the officers.
No, sir. No, sir.
No,
sir.
What it is all you watch and see somebody open fire on police.
There's a possibility. Hold on. There's a hold on. Hold on.
You're not listening.
There's another monologue.
All you're thinking with ignorance. You have to put aside all those emotions and that kind of ignorance, like the caller before you talk about, I don't care what happened before. What do you mean don't care what happened before? So if they went and they kill a man and the police was chasing them and they end up in a shootout and the police end up riddling the car with bullet, you would not care that they kill a man just 20 minutes earlier? That's just ignorant.
And we are saying, if you look at the starting of the video,
yes,
you will see the back glass of the vehicle. The glass was pushed out.
Nice. There were many shots before that.
No, sir. Go back and watch the video again.
Listen.
Go back and watch the video again.
Go back and do your homework and watch it with an objective eye.
I'm telling you all, go back and look at it.
So we watch our video about 104 times. And I know I'm telling you.
The next time you watch it, look at the timing when that back glass, that side
It was simultaneous. It was simultaneous.
Not
when
at all.
the shot. All right. We'll have I'll give you enough time. All right. We're going on in circles. Morning.
Morning, gentlemen.
Yeah,
morning to you.
I ain't never go wrong in circles all morning.
Did you see if the police and them had his body cameras, the conversation would have been different. And that to me is the key in this whole thing. Then there are needs for body cameras so that the public will know everything what went on then. And to me, if they had that, like I said before, it would not have been that. But one thing I'm trying to figure out now is when all that happened now, I'm asking a question. Did the police say that a shot was fired at them? They found a gun in the car, and it's the type of gun?
But Chief, it is clear in the police account of things that they were fired on. They said they were fired upon from day one. The commissioner said that his officers were fired on the return fire. That was said from the word go.
Are we not saying it definitive?
Nonsense at all.
And we're not saying it definitive. Because if a shot was fired, it is going to put a totally different spin on how and why the events escalated in the way that it did.
And what make me think...
And most important, was she... Because if she was put in the back of a van, she would have been gone with police escort, right? So the first thing that would have been done after they done check she out and make sure she in a gear and whatever the case would be or injured or whatever, the first thing should have been done would have been somebody there to swab her hands.
Okay,
and I don't know. We don't know. We don't know.
The vehicle would have been sent to forensic.
Yeah, the vehicle would have been sent to forensic also to find out where the gun. Because cordite remains on your hand. You can wash your hand how much time you want. So long as you firearm, cordite does remain on your hand, and you just get GSR residue that you can definitively know that you fired the shot from your hand.
Correct.
Basically.
Yeah,
right. So all these things.
When did the DPP say that she shot for the manslaughter, right? And when you all guys call the ballistic expert and I listen carefully, you tell him look at the video. I don't call him back, right?
Yeah.
I don't call him back now. I listen to what the man say. And he say when the bullet shot from inside the vehicle now, the gas will push outside, which is common sense.
Right.
Common sense. So it seems like there's something that, well,
now was
the DPP then
he said that?
for that then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, gentlemen.
All
right, yeah.
And if
Paul said that.
forensic says that the back seat has cordite also has gunshot residue, it would mean it can't be Joshua unless he shoot him with the third leg. Unless he shoot him with the third leg, there's no way that the back seat could have gunshot residue.
Morning, Kunji. Let the final one here before we get to the 10 o'clock news. You have about a minute. Kunji.
Good morning to you, Stephan and Mr X.
Yeah.
Mr. Stephan, run. The police have a responsibility to give medical aid.
Yes.
At a scene of a crime. The police then don't have the responsibility to give medical aid by taking up the people and them and putting them in the vehicle. They can give medical aid on the spot by taking on the chest, mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, and all them things. The police them not supposed to take up a body and run for medical aid. That is the DMO work. If it have cover up, they will take up the body and put them in the vehicle. And when somebody done dead, what medical aid you can assist that person with by taking up a dead body and throwing them in the back of a police vehicle to carry them for medical aid when the person done done.
Hold on. I talking about the girl.
I don't know discussion.
I ain't talking about Joshua.
What?
When I said the police have a
even that girl too, they're supposed to call the ambulance. They're supposed to give medical aid on the spot, but not take them up and carry them to create more injuries. Them are trained to know how to take up that person.
I don't know
Yeah, but hold on. While that's a valid point, this is not the first time I've seen police.
We all professional
Right.
We all professional Stephan Reason.
Right, but
I don't want to take up too much of time because 9 o'clock up. I'm not going to let you challenge me 9 o'clock up, Stephan Reason.
Hold on, I'm not challenging you. I'm saying that while that is a valid point, I have seen other instances where the police have.
It is illegal. It is illegal and it was wrong.
Right, that's why I'm saying
it's illegal and it's wrong.
Discussion. Yeah.
Lawyers will tell you that is wrong. They're not supposed to do that.
That is for a different discussion.
All right,
okay,
Kunji. All right, Kunji.
I could go into a whole long thing on that. That's a whole new discussion.
No, but we were talking during the break. About
there are two instances where we seen where the police dropped the ball.
Where the police dropped the ball.
The first one was the Angelo
Tobias place.
Right. They're saying that a 2-year-old walk 100 feet and end up in the water. Right?
From his house.
And everybody here know that a 2-year-old ain't walking 100 feet to go in the water. Whether they have on slippers or they don't have on slippers.
Right.
They ain't running, and worse at the night. Now it's them walking 100 feet going down a track.
Right.
And all kind of mad thing, right? Don't sell me them shop in the salmon.
Yeah.
You come and you leave the crime scene. You leave the crime scene.
You didn't coordinate off. You went Studley Park to look for a body. And then come back on the original scene and then start to tape it off.
That is one failure. That one failure.
A reporter walk through that whole scene, walk from the house to the beach on the weekend.
So you can't differentiate nothing.
So gosh, you know what I mean?
And
so
then the other one is, did they swab her hands? We don't know. Right? Because if she was holding a firearm, there would be gunshot residue on her hand.
Correct.
Right? Or on her clothes.
But we
the
do
clothes,
not know.
The clothes that and all she was wearing in the hospital and all.
Yeah.
They would take that and all. Because if she wearing a long sleeve, it would be on her clothes. And so on and so on.
At the end of the day, it's evidence that we don't know. We don't know what exists, but we do know the DPP has said we have enough to take action on charges person. Let it go through the court and let the court decide.
And he's
please.
not a madman.
He ain't no madman. So we got the 10 o'clock news coming up. Hold some strain.
Protect yourself from electric shock or death. Before conducting repairs close to overhead lines or the point of connection to your home, contact Tech to request a temporary disconnection. When driving tall vehicles, ensure they do not exceed 15 feet. Do not lift lines to allow vehicles to pass. When carrying out underground works, contact Tech's area offices.
Talk City 91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1 is launching bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk City 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here. With voices you know, trust, and respect. Get ready for an all-new lineup of the very best in talk. Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, Stephen Reese, Mr. X, Derek Charbodi, Roland Stewart, Sharon Farfan, Sudath Prasad, Heavy Duty, Alex Asing, Karen Francisco, Cherry-Leen Lewis, Short Pants, and more of the voices shaping the national conversation. From hard-hitting current affairs to real community issues, culture, politics, social development, and the stories that matter most to you. This is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk.
It's all good right here on Talk City 91.1, where we're going to give you something new, something hot every day, Monday to Friday.
Listen on 91.1 FM and connect on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. New shows, new features, big giveaways. Talk City 91.1. Your city, your voice.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Bramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health, and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
People, it's that time of the morning. It is Monday morning, and it is time to deliver some blows for naughtiness. All right, it is the naughty corner. And first off in the naughty corner this morning, Andy Williams, sorry, boy. Take something. Take something. Take something. Don't let people chain you up. Don't let people chain you up. Don't come for me, Andy. Don't play like you're coming for me. You understand? We have a whip and we ain't afraid to use it. Nice, hold that. All right? Nice one. Hey, morning. Who's in the naughty corner this morning?
Morning, Stephan and Mr. X.
Yes,
Morning.
I want to give a lot of them people who went out and protest yesterday licks because we had a 2-year-old who got murdered, an 8-year-old who got murdered. 2 years, I think it was 2 years ago, it had a 15-year-old down Maruga who reported 2 people were sexually interfering with her. And that same night, gunman come in the house and shoot her, the father and the uncle. The father couldn't survive and her and the uncle died. No protest. About 3 years ago in, I think it's Dumproda Rima, about 6 to 8 people of a family member get killed. Out of that 8 people, 4 of them was children.
Exactly.
No protest. And that is the thing, that is the problem I have. Or they only bringing out the placards for when police shoot people. What about when bad man killing innocent people?
That's right.
Bring out the placards too, and what that same fire and vengeance when little children get killed.
No, he's right. Selective outrage. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Stephan. Mr.
Morning, my dear.
Trinidad and Tobago.
Yes.
Here who I want to get some licks this morning. The people that not really exercising full understanding for what the protesters were asking for yesterday.
Okay.
One major point that the young lady in black brought up is that police should not be investigating.
All right.
Give the PCA teeth. But everybody else will be just watching and saying, oh, they're protesting this, and I didn't take it. Listen to everything that is being said, and according to the people who talk about selective outrage, we be outraged about that? We can't see a conflict of interest there. We have to be real Trinidad and Tobago.
All right.
We don't have to agree with everything, but oh gosh, take into consideration all that is being said.
All right, no problem.
And what is not being said.
And what is not being said, eh? Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Yes.
Andy Williams and the ground report this morning. Right? They're listening to people with calling and talking and they don't have the information. They clearly say don't go on emotion. You went back to the original video and slow it down and see it. Right?
Right.
And they take it chain up. Right? From callers. Right? Naughty corner, man.
Yeah, man.
And where we get the evidence from. I can understand.
Where we get
But you think right if everybody just see.
AI. We feel we go set you up. Look now, man. Morning.
Right.
Yeah, morning. What going on?
No. It's not good news morning.
With the poor man? This
morning. Give heavy the lick, but keep it on the tongue and keep it in the whip. That's in the system. And put in the system.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. The thief up to this morning, I tell him I'll get a new instrumental. But the new instrumental will be better than this one. Oh, trust me. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Yeah.
Good
morning.
Yes.
All right, I don't want to stay too long. This morning I don't have no money on my phone to voice my opinion, but I want to voice my opinion now. We know each other can't defend the lawyers, the policemen, right?
Right.
For a fact. I want the most brilliant actors and lawyer in this country, in the Caribbean, in fact, to start up on behalf, that is my opinion, and the woman on the wheelchair, which is Ramesh Lawrence Paraj. We're to start up on behalf and represent and show them. We want to hear from him. Because they have a high-profile lawyer defending these people.
Right.
And Ramesh is better than all of them. And I want to see credibility. I want to hear him say something on behalf of these people. Thank you very much.
All right. Well, I don't know if Ramesh could talk on that. I mean, he's not involved in that matter. But nevertheless, you hold something for bringing Ramesh anything. Morning!
Morning, X and Stephan.
Yes, Who's in the naughty corner this morning?
I want to give a fella who front and center the protest. His name Eversley. Give him 40. And then going back in time, the other lady say who jump the fence and deal with them. I ain't see she in the crowd. I don't see like them. Give me 40 too.
Would I do that?
Yeah. All right.
Jump the fence and deal with them, man. Deal with them brutal.
I had to deal with Eversley this morning. I ain't done BT yet.
Stupid man.
That stupid man. You see him, and in a red, white, and black. A whole red, white, and black
But he said he's
boy, them fellas and them, is real opportunists, you know.
I want to give that little baby boy mother some lash and all.
Yes.
Yes. I didn't hold in secret.
That's right. Give she something, not as a man alone. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Yes.
Daniel Eversley. I'm like in the drawing room and the flex and briefs. And Friday he did a walkout. He controlled the opposition leader.
Friday? Hold on. I'm Friday.
He led a walkout in the parliament.
Who?
Emmett.
Oh, God.
And he controlled the opposition leader.
Look now.
Somebody, and you only jump out every time and ask him for this standing around and one the I think it's good. You just ask him, listen, man, if you want exercise, go and join a gym.
Oh,
that chip when is them on.
Oh, yeah, telling you. Oh, God, I feel could you call it to defend Andy, you know.
To defend Andy?
Don't defend Andy, you know.
Nah. He called it. He's gonna laugh, boy. He's gonna laugh. Take nice, boy.
I know he coming to defend
Mr. X know me so much. That's Stephan.
He's gonna laugh.
You see that mother in Tobago that the police let go?
Yeah.
That the freed?
Yeah.
Give them police and them some licks. Because that lady, that young girl, lost she child and withholding evidence. And they talking of, and then the police let go she and say that no evidence to lock she up. About 50 belts for them.
Yes.
All right.
I can't understand that. You right, you know.
A good old fashioned.
How you could let go how you in arrest the mother?
And she become a tripping man.
You understand? That alone she's supposed to get locked up
She
for.
become a tripping man.
You pick up a stupid man, hold a jail. Hold some shit, right? Morning.
Yeah, morning, Stephan and X.
Yes.
Nice program this morning, man. Good debate.
Yes.
Yeah, the young girl, I can't remember she name, who was making the voiceover putting lively yesterday.
Alyssa
and
something.
pointing face,
Alyssa
she
something,
had
her
a
name.
finger all like the police face. I went to see about 10 more people.
No, that the girlfriend, man. You can't beat the girlfriend,
We're gonna
man.
beat you so bad.
Ain't gonna beat you so bad, man.
Don't be gonna beat you so bad.
Come
Somebody
on,
say what?
She have a right to
Stephan-
defend her friend, you know what I mean? But she don't understand what the hell going on too.
Stephan blows or Wendell. He's a political bandwagonist. Listen.
But he's a
First
transient,
off,
a political
he
transient.
is not a political bandwagonist. He's a
transient.
political piper. That's what he is. A political spranger. That is what he is.
For the nearest bidder.
Yeah.
Stephan, she
Hello.
She needs some lecture. Why did you run from the police? I asked them running for 15 minutes.
All of that too.
Come on, that's why.
I hear you.
Yourself in problems.
Oh, that's right. All of that too, you know, if you run from the police and he start.
But the girl could talk to her.
They might be alive.
The girl could talk to her.
Who?
The Alyssa girl. She could talk to him.
Any protests?
Yeah, she could talk.
She hype up. She has some hype.
She know how to talk. She know how to talk.
Yeah,
I
she
guess
has something in her. She has something in her.
She had a potential leader of something.
Yeah.
I know it is, but she's leader of something.
Well, of something. But get rid of that political piper. Morning! Wendell Eversley.
Morning.
Yes, morning.
Morning, gentlemen. I want to put one of my cousin in the naughty corner.
Why is it?
And that man committed a crime against humanity, and I hope that there's some court, international court, that could prosecute that man and banish him for life. That man tell me I struggling and looking for a nice double. That man tell me he could make our best doubles. That man make our best doubles. And when I gone, that man make when you Hamat look like sauce doubles. You understand? Why that man make a barra? I say the barra and he could have licked them. If the barra gone ice skating. You understand? Me know where you get the channel from. If it's some kind of channel from somewhere around the world that the channel like marble.
Is that people? Listen. Is that people? Is that people who just say they could and feel they could make 00?
Boy,
it's
I'll
that people
tell you.
that they can't make it 0.
When they drop the doubles in the oil, it'll hit the bottom of the pan. Pang! You're like, wait till Olympic.
Boy, I get nightmare in that doubles. Have a good morning.
Yeah, man.
I want to call back and talk about this situation. When all you're done with this.
Yeah, we're coming back to it.
All right, take care. Yeah, later. Yeah.
All right. So we are what? We're 16 minutes past the hour of 10 o'clock. All right. You want to get back to the discussion? Because, people want to talk about it, Let me take one more.
Don't stalk me.
I will squeeze one more. I will squeeze one more. Morning.
Yeah, morning. I want to put some links on the PNM for raising an issue with WhatsApp, with hiring those workers and them. When they was putting people on all the ministries who are not qualified, even if they were qualified, and they wasn't doing nothing at all and collecting taxpayers' money. Gideon looks like that.
Jalapeno. Yo, jalapeno, boy. Hey, vamos share that video. The jalapeno.
Hey, this place has chairs and all right. Morning.
Every day, get for some honors, yes?
Morning, gentlemen. How you doing?
Morning, for news. What happened?
Morning.
Yeah.
Every day,
I need to give as.
Come song lively now, man. Lively now, man. You're song like you want to let us something on. Wake up, man. Wake up your bloody self, man.
Okay, I just get the cat and in the field there, so I wake up now.
You come in here like Snapper and pave wall.
Yeah.
Nah, but it's a solemn day, man. It's a solemn day, Memorial Day, and Trinidad have a part to play that day.
What we talking about?
Well, let me tell you something. Hey. You know what? Give X to Bellas there for being rude. Anyway, listen.
Go ahead.
Bellas. Listen. Hey, I want to give a Bellas. I want to give a Bellas to a local guy who calls in, Mr. Olivier. He said that the Prime Minister, your Prime Minister, said that COVID that is cured by sunshine, and punching. And then Heavy D and the other David played the track for him because he said he will apologize, right? And they listened to the track, and she did say sunlight, and she did say what do you call it? The other thing I just tell you, punching, right? Punching, but she never said punching. She never said punching. She never said punching.
She said sunlight.
She said sunlight, which, by the way, sunlight, it is there a proven fact, and Florida practiced it. They never followed the mask, right? What's that?
That is vitamin D3. You get vitamin D from
the sun.
Yeah,
D3, the sun, get that from sunlight, yes. But it said it helps in killing the COVID, right? Sunlight, right? Right, and he did say that, right? But she said punching, and he said he would apologize. But guess what? When they play the track for him, the woman never said punching. You know what he said? Well, I take half of it. Yeah. Nah. All right, he had to get whipped. Okay, so that's the first one. The next thing, I have to give strokes to the PNM and the UNC. You know why? The Chaguaramas Military Museum. Both governments want to evict this great institution of history by the late Lieutenant Commander Gaylord Kelshaw. Okay?
Yeah, but it wasn't one.
Right?
This administration want to do the same thing?
Yes.
When they say that?
When they say that? When
I say that, go on to the Facebook page of the Chaguaramas Military Institution. Let me tell you something, right? You had Trinidadians, right? You have a Trinidadian, right? Khan, I think was his last name, Private First Class. He got something called the Medal of Honor, a Purple Heart. Actually, you know what a Purple Heart is, right? Yes. The highest award you could give anybody, right? And most of them don't live through to get that award. Most people, they have a few Purple Heart recipients. Right. They are alive. But this guy, right, in Vietnam, and we learned that from that same museum.
Right.
Shame on the UNC and shame on the PNM.
All right.
Right? And so, you will hear more about this because guess what, right? I'm going to reach out to some people, right, to try to stop this. But this is wrong, totally wrong, right? Because what is the logic? They say illegally on the land. Listen, both governments knows that they wouldn't do anything illegal like that to set up that military museum.
Right.
Anyway,
right.
You guys have a good day.
Yeah, man. No, I didn't know this administration was going through with that eviction. I know that was a talk under the past administration. Hello, good morning. You ever been on there?
I hear we go.
Good morning. For news, I don't know where you're getting news. This administration have absolutely nothing to do with the Chaguaramas Museum.
What are we talking about?
The former administration under the TNM run Chaguaramas Corporation. Right?
Yeah.
So can we restrict that? Any day they're supposed to pay their rent, they ain't paying their rent.
Give my carpet for that.
Yeah, but the museum is getting funding. Money is limited, and they're supposed to pay CDN some money, and they was unable to do it. And that happened more when the PNA was in power. They wanted to remove them.
All right.
This administration comes, nothing has been done about it.
All right.
And the Morton government wanted to move them.
All right,
and
all right.
So Rowena Williams and the Trinidad and Tobago Cycling Federation.
Yeah. Check him out.
What's going on with my partner, wife and children? Will he be financially compensated?
All
right. That's what I want to know.
All right. We have another one. Final one. Hello, morning.
Morning, Mr. X.
Morning. What going on?
Morning, Mr. Stephan.
Yeah, man.
What going on with all? Well, that Cat 9 is to the parents of the children who knock out the boy unconscious.
Ah!
inquire the police on that yet?
Well, the last thing the police say is they have identified the youth men from the video.
Right. Well, I believe our mother know the children. Yes.
Yes.
Our mother know the children.
But of
So
course.
the police shouldn't have to go and look for these people.
At all.
These kids. The parents was to pick them up and carry them down in the station.
That's right.
What are the parents supposed to do?
Come on
Have a good morning.
at 1200 and go in the court, man. Come on at 1200
Yeah, man.
and pay a lawyer and go in the court.
Now hold on, I said for the naughty corner. We 7 minutes away from the play. I went to mark yesterday, you know. First time I play in years, boy.
When I mark?
I played 20, boy.
How do you not turn the little off some shit?
No, I played for alright, so I played for 10 and then all the mega balls now for 5. Right? So I have it for $30.
Oh.
And I get the bonus ball, but the bonus ball is only 36 or one, boy. But I 960, you know. I should I tell RKG go and cash that for me and play a next mark and see if I win it here. I ain't taking nothing from Andy this morning though.
Andy saw like because she's now wheel.
If they play 7, it go hurt me, you know. I like to make that play, you know, dog and hog. Hog and dog, dog and hog, yeah.
You know dog?
I was gonna play no, I ain't know we yonder. I ain't checked nothing. But I know I win the 20 yesterday evening.
Right.
So this morning I was thinking 7. Oh gosh. 7:15. And what was the other number, boy? It was 7:15 and I think it's 29, boy. 7:15 and 29. I think I was contemplating to play this morning. But unfortunately, you know, I didn't get a thing was what's the name across the road again? Pi did close up, Pi didn't open gate yet now, so the play machine did. Nobody in there, boy. Big, nearly 9 o'clock in the morning and nobody man still close up wrong with Pi, boy. Must see that cost some money this morning. Anyway, when we come back from the break, we're going to talk about a few other things. You're welcome to comment on the...
I want to talk a little bit about corporate
sponsorship.
Corporate sponsorship. That's what I want to talk about.
Talking about Wasa at all this morning?
That's non-issue for me, you know.
You find so, boy?
That's non-issue for me.
You feel that non-issue, boy?
We are under a bicameral system. We are under the Westminster system. We have an adversarial politics. It is what it is. One side do it, the next side do it. Where's the big deal?
But does that make it right?
Well, it may not be right, but we could do about it.
Not because PNM do it. Look, there are people who will get fed up at that rhetoric. Well, the PNM do it, so I do it too. I don't know where it is. All I say is this, right? I think Padarat did an interview, you know.
Well,
you know that?
Well, Bessie didn't say nothing.
No, but he responded. Did you see it?
Yes, but Bessie didn't say nothing.
Well, sometimes nothing is best to say.
You know, Bessie didn't say nothing.
No,
but he has to say something, and he's a guy will say something.
Yeah.
So, if what he says...
yeah, but he can't go TV6 and them station and say it, man. You gotta come here and say it.
No, man.
We have, I will confirm the date. I had my exclusive interview on Saturday. Well, I saw television with Philip Watts, Minister of Sport.
Right.
So the Minister of Sport will join us here on Talk City this week.
All right.
I'll never tell you something,
yeah, lots to say.
That man, you know the most important part of that interview with me? It had nothing to do with sport. The most important part of that interview for me was when, and is when Philip Watts said, Mr. Sport, I asked him about, it was something to do with funding, right? We were talking about the national government bodies, governing bodies, like the TTFA and...
Right. But then fighting the award dread.
Right. So he was explaining the sponsorship and things like that, right? And like funding for grants and thing. And then he said, listen, let me tell you something. People have to understand the process. And that man rattled off from the time you're sending a grant. He said, because we just need 3 months. The reason why we just sell it 3 months is this. When you apply for a grant, right? Then this goes to this department and then that goes to thing and bam, thing, bam. And then you have to take it to cabinet and the cabinet had to sign off on that and then the cabinet don't have to come back here and thing and all of that. If you hear that man explain that, brother, you will understand
why things take so long.
That one, why things take so long, and 2, the system is in place to prevent a lot of the things that we feel is be taking place easily.
Right.
Corruption don't happen easy just so.
Rocket
Minister, it's very hard from that process that he explained me for a minister to run a racket. If you understand what I'm saying.
Right.
No, that is not to say that racket will run.
My wife was running the own tree family.
That is not to say that it will run. Of course, that ways are wrong things.
But he was running his own tree family.
Well,
three daughter and his wife and whoever. Well,
it is what it is.
You feel they're stupid, they know what they're doing.
I know.
They know exactly what they're doing.
I know, but the process that he explained to me is a very, very stringent process. It's something to really absorb so that you have an understanding of how things run, especially for those of you who apply for grants and that kind of thing.
Right.
You have a better understanding of why does it take 3 months, why did it stay 3 months, that kind of thing now.
Right.
But on everything else, brother man, that man walking boy.
Well, he must be walking.
If I tell all you, Philip Watts.
Yeah, but he'll be walking with a lot of fight. A lot of people around him fighting him.
Now they're fighting him. Well, I see
a lot of people fighting him.
Have a new CEO
a new
at
CEO?
Sporty to buy us something.
Yeah.
I think I have a new CEO.
Yeah.
And actually
Gabriel under him. Well, he's an extra by itself.
Well.
And then you have Bo fighting him. Bo won the walk.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's a very tumultuous job that he's going through.
Let's stay away from that fella.
Who the from Bo?
No, let them stay away from Philip Watts.
Yeah.
If all any, if you value your career,
stay away from that
fella because that fella working and that fella ain't no stupid. When I started and talk to that man,
remember he operated on both sides of the fence already, so he understands.
You understand how it does work, yeah. And I didn't know he was a contractor before though.
Yeah, he and Foster and them used to do contracts together.
So he was explaining me. So he said when people come with thing and tell him about contract and
they understand what's going on.
Them can't tell they can't run no racket on me, because I know I was a contractor.
Right.
When he come in this week and he talk and we'll accommodate phone calls and stuff. We will most likely, depending on the time that he coming in, I'll get the time and the day confirmed today from AV.
Right.
And and we will give him. But I tell the man, it was supposed to be a 20-minute interview. Oh, here come the play with. It's an hour and 13 minutes. The man said, "I talk for and that more to say, But tell it, boy,
What are you talking about, man?
All your wholesome strain. Here comes your play with draw. We'll be back after this.
Good morning. Welcome to the NLCB's 10:30 draw for Monday, 25th May 2026. Let's begin with our play-way draw. This morning.
Talk City 91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1 is launching bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk City 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here. With voices you know, trust, and respect. Get ready for an all-new lineup of the very best in talk. Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, Stephen Reese, Mr. X, Derek Charbodi, Roland Stewart, Sharon Farfan, Sudath Prasad, Heavy Duty, Alex Asing, Karen Francisco, Jerry Lean Lewis, Short Pants, and more of the voices shaping the national conversation. From hard-hitting current affairs to real community issues, culture, politics, social development, and the stories that matter most to you. This is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk.
It's all good right here on Talk City 91.1, where we're going to give you something new, something hot every day, Monday to Friday.
Listen on 91.1 FM and connect on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. New shows, new features, big giveaways. Talk City 91.1. Your city, your voice.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health, and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
Talk City 91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1 is launching bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk City 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here. With voices you know, trust, and respect. Get ready for an all-new lineup of the very best in talk. Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, Stephen Reese, Mr. X, Derek Charbodi, Roland Stewart, Sharon Farfan, Sudath Prasad, Heavy Duty, Alex Asing, Karen Francisco, Cherry Lean Lewis, Short Pants, and more of the voices shaping the national conversation. From hard-hitting current affairs to real community issues, culture, politics, social development, and the stories that matter most to you. This is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk.
It's all good right here on Talk City 91.1, where we're going to give you something new, something hot every day, Monday to Friday.
Listen on 91.1 FM and connect on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. New shows, new features, big giveaways. Talk City 91.1. Your city, your voice.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health, and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
Talk City 91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1 is launching bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk City 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here. With voices you know, trust, and respect. Get ready for an all-new lineup of the very best in talk. Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, Stephen Reese, Mr. X, Derek Charbodi, Roland Stewart, Sharon Farfan, Sudath Prasad, Heavy Duty, Alex Asing, Karen Francisco, Cherry Lean Lewis, Short Pants, and more of the voices shaping the national conversation. From hard-hitting current affairs to real community issues, culture, politics, social development, and the stories that matter most to you. This is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk.
It's all good right here on Talk City 91.1, where we're going to give you something new, something hot every day, Monday to Friday.
Listen on 91.1 FM and connect on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. New shows, new features, big giveaways. Talk City 91.1. Your city, your voice.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Bramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
Talk City 91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1 is launching bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk City 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here. With voices you know, trust, and respect. Get ready for an all-new lineup of the very best in talk. Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, Stephen Reese, Mr. X, Derek Charbodi, Roland Stewart, Sharon Farfan, Sudath Prasad, Heavy Duty, Alex Asing, Karen Francisco, Cherry-Leen Lewis, Short Pants, and more of the voices shaping the national conversation. From hard-hitting current affairs to real community issues, culture, politics, social development, and the stories that matter most to you. This is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk.
It's all good right here on Talk City 91.1, where we're going to give you something new, something hot every day, Monday to Friday.
Listen on 91.1 FM and connect on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. New shows, new features, big giveaways. Talk City 91.1. Your city, your voice.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Bramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
Talk City 91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1 is launching bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk City 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here. With voices you know, trust, and respect. Get ready for an all-new lineup of the very best in talk. Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, Stephen Reese, Mr. Mr. X, Derek Charbodi, Roland Stewart, Sharon Farfan, Sudath Prasad, Heavy Duty, Alex Asing, Karen Francisco, Cherry-Leen Lewis, Short Pants, and more of the voices shaping the national conversation. From hard-hitting current affairs to real community issues, culture, politics, social development, and the stories that matter most to you. This is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk.
It's all good right here on Talk City 91.1, where we're going to give you something new, something hot every day, Monday to Friday.
Listen on 91.1 FM and connect on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. New shows, new features, big giveaways. Talk City 91.1, your city, your voice.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Talk City 91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1 is launching bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
This drama with this issue, right? Yeah. At least I know, and I think Stephan knows, that the DPP is not a loose cannon. He has never demonstrated he's a loose cannon or he's a madman.
He's a little troublesome when he's ready. But,
a little troublesome.
He has shortage in the office and things.
He drop his shirt sometime when he get anything his way. But he's not a, where the law is concerned, he's not a madman. And normally he sends back officers to go and get proper evidence and go and come again until they get it right. And then when he sums up everything, then he gives you an instruction.
He's not an impulsive person.
Yeah, he's not an impulsive person. So, not saying I am not casting, but in fact we are not casting any aspersions on the lady. We are just looking at the evidence and trying to give a little 2 cents.
And of course, I think he would have approached this in reviewing the evidence cautiously, knowing that it is a highly volatile, very sensitive issue, and it would engage a lot of, because when it happened, the public was already outraged. So I think he would understand all of that in terms of,
what did it say again, Gary, last time with the body cams? Somebody without the right authority signed for body cams or something to that effect? I think that was the last conversation in the public domain.
Something,
it was along those lines. That somebody outside the department, somebody not authorized to it would be before the before OPR. It would be before OPR.
Yeah, that would have been under the central tenders.
But he was what, 17 to 21? 18 to 20. 18 to 21.
18 to 21.
18, 19, 20, 21.
Yeah, 18, 19, 20, 21, yeah.
Right? So you'd have been outside. But lo and behold, we're talking about that. An expression of interest for supply, delivery, and commissioning of a body-worn cameras to the TTPS.
Yeah, man. So it's in the papers. It is in the papers.
Yeah, get them a little applause. Get them a little applause for that, man. Get them a little applause for it. So it is a tender outside there. And EOI, basically, and it talking about all the minimum specifications the system specifications and so on, yeah, I would think that should be another front burner right now to get body cams for officers to operate under.
Yeah.
Because it is becoming a problem now, and it will lend the trust to the people as we build going on. Because right now the trust not looking too good. It's looking
a little shady. It's shady. It's at an extremely low state of affairs.
Yeah. Hello, good day.
Good morning.
Hello, good day, gentlemen.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
I just want to ask one question. How long after they found a gun in the vehicle?
We don't know that.
Yeah, we know, man.
We don't know that.
That's not. Hold on.
Right, we don't know that.
Hold on.
You go tell me. Hold
on.
Was fired. A shot was fired. They take out the dead man. They take out the woman. Throw them in a back of a van and they look for a gun.
Well, they said they found a gun. They didn't say when. They
3 months after.
And the next one is too. We don't know if they swapped her hands either. Because if she fired a gun,
I want to hear from.
Hold on.
I want to hear from the criminal lawyers and them. If that man had some, I see it.
You call Kyle.
Lawrence Maraj.
Probably.
I would like him to intervene on this matter.
Okay. All right, no problem. Yeah, man.
And hear what you have to say.
All right, no problem. Yeah. Hold on. Let me just explain all this. I found the article this morning. On Sunday, the 25th of January, outrage over police killing, CCTV shows victim with hands in ear. Right? And the article goes on to say there has been widespread outrage by citizens after CCTV footage of a police shooting showed Joshua Samaru, age 31, trying to surrender before officers opened fire, killing him and critically injuring his common-law wife, Kaya Seeley. Now, that's on. Hold on.
We still believe them papers and them.
This Newsday back to in January. January. This is January 25th.
They moves.
Right? No, but hold on, I'm closed down. The police service did say in the article they were aware of the footage and understands the public concern it has generated. Now, the article goes down to say, that's not right. Newsday was unable to reach Police Commissioner Alistair Guevara for comment on the incident, but according to media reports, his initial comment said officers of the North Central Division Task Force were engaged in a high-risk vehicle pursuit when the car ran off the road at the corner of Duki Singh Street and Bassi Street extension in Valsain. He went on to say, quote, the occupants, instead of choosing to surrender, chose to challenge my officers.
Right, okay.
And acting in accordance with the use of force policy, my officers responded likewise. End quote. Very next line. He said a gun and ammunition were found at the scene.
All right.
Right?
Yeah, but why she wasn't swabbed? Could somebody, I'd ask Kyle that, or ask next half hour, we could call
Well,
Kyle.
We could call him after the 11 o'clock news.
He's in court. So we're
in
call
court
him
right now?
Call
Okay.
him next half hour.
Well, all right. Let me take another call here. Because Stanley Augustus has already put the news before us.
Yeah.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes.
Morning.
To Mr. X and Stephan.
Yeah, man.
For handling your program this morning with a lot of professionals, a lot of professionals. Concerning Andy this morning on his program, Andy get on like a raging bull.
Oh, that's
And
Andy.
he also get on like a raging pit bull. But I want to I know he's listening to this program. I want to know, I want to ask him if he have common sense or if he ever plays coach in school. Thank you.
All right, no problem.
My boy have common sense, man. My boy have common sense, man.
I think we beat the jacket off him, you know. Morning.
My boy have common sense. Yeah. Hello, morning.
Morning, gentlemen.
Yes.
Right.
Morning.
I believe I beat the jacket off it.
Yeah, what?
Because, logic, because see the article I read there? The article was the response of the police commissioner before the video.
Right.
When the video come out, his argument changed, his discussion changed.
Right.
All right.
To what?
Go
So
ahead.
what?
Yeah.
Yeah, to what?
I mean, because the video showed...
You said your argument changed.
Yes, so let me point out here, the video showed that there was there was no engagement between the gentleman and the police.
No.
That is not true.
That is not true.
That is not true.
So you see the man, you saw the man 2 hands in the air. Who shoot the woman then?
Well, they are saying that
Well,
there's
all right,
a
again, we come back to the point. If the woman shot at the police,
right?
How did she have time to hide the gun under all those shots?
Hide what gun? Hide what gun?
How she hide the
The
gun?
gun that they say they find 3 months after that he say that was in the car before the video.
Where's that?
What you talking about?
Because listen to what I'm saying. The police commissioner, the article that you read there came out the day of the incident, if I'm not mistaken, or a day
Came
after.
out on 25th of January. It was a follow-up.
Which was a couple days after.
Story.
Go
Right,
ahead.
and the video came out after the response of the commissioner of police.
Right, okay.
Right. So I'm saying, if they found the gun in the car dead, as you outlined, why did not the woman charge have a forensic swab fingerprints of the firearm?
Well, we can.
That there is no way she would have been able to leave Trinidad and Tobago and go anywhere because she would have been already.
And that is fair. And that is fair.
Hold
And
on,
that is
hold on,
fair.
hold on.
That is fair.
We are going to call Attorney Kyle Taklalsing. He's in court right now.
And I'm not disputing who you're going to call.
Hold on. But those are questions. That he might be able to answer from
I
a
don't know
legal
about that
perspective.
neither. Until such time, this is my question. So, it doesn't look Trinidad and Tobago. And I have one more question this time. I saw an article in The Guardian where bloggers, 8 bloggers got booked at Watson. Did you see that?
Yes. Well.
But they missed all the
If what?
They miss out heavy. They miss out Kingsley.
They miss out
They miss out you. They only get
we
it.
ain't got no working on us, sir.
But no, they get work
I
on a state radio station. So technically, right now, my taxpayer dollars paying all you to talk some of them garbage that all you talking. But anyhow, I asked the question some time ago about landmark is the name of the things that I'm in charge of. The member of parliament for my constituency.
Yes.
I asked them, what's the cost of one of them houses? And all they give me a full junjut and I run around. Next thing when I look at the ad, you know they're building gated communities.
Hold on.
What are you talking about?
What you
talking about?
What you talking about?
Well, all right. So let me point out in that direction.
No, don't point me. I don't know. Hold on. Listen.
Hold on.
What kind of houses they intend to build? Not for house. Not for house.
Hold on.
They are not building house for low income.
Where did you see that? Where you see that?
Tell you go and look at the ad for landmark city and you will see it.
Where you hear that? Where you hear that?
You ask me where I hear it. I tell you where I see it. Go and look at the ad for landmark city.
You're a dunce.
Look.
You're a dunce.
Were you hearing that, Bacchanal, and you're throwing up your skills for no reason, man? What are you doing, me?
No, but listen, he is the perfect example of a dunce. A political.
I trying to.
Politically
He know
biased
exactly what he doing.
dunce.
He know exactly what he doing.
No, he know what he doing.
He know exactly what he doing.
That's
you
what
know what I mean?
Listen.
No public money has been expended.
People.
He ain't been in parliament and all talking about the 3 billion.
Let me explain something.
I went through the procedure.
Wait.
So,
hold your handy. Let me address this dunce from Barataria. I tell you, I from Barataria, you know. I grew up on 24th Avenue, Barataria, you know. I from Barataria, right? Good. Right next to Gordon Parlor.
Right.
Right? You see that dunce talk it is call and talk? Right? Monsieur that. We told you, low income housing is between $700,000 and $900,000.
We have about 3 tiers of houses they would build.
Thank you.
3 tiers of houses.
Saddam Hussein in parliament spoke about those projects and said that there would be gated communities. Not because it's a gated community mean it's not low income housing. All they're doing is restructuring the way. So instead of putting you in a planning, like where PNM like to build for all you, they're putting you in a nice gated community. to change the look of our HEC planning. It is a change to the look and the approach to how they provide housing for low-income earners.
Well, look right to act right with it. We call it, but you wanna sway it in a certain way. We can't spin.
He's a dunce.
You can't spin, so leave that to winner. Leave that to you. You can't spin.
This was before that article you read was before the video came out. That article was 5 days after the incident, January 25th. The incident happened on January 20th. I will go back and check to see. I think the video footage was released on either the 21st or the 22nd. So you don't even know what you're talking about in that instance.
Look, take a next call. You don't want next call? Take a next call or something, man.
I don't like them, so you know.
No, let them talk. They talk, man. We have time with them.
Such a idiotic rum shop.
The whole of Trinidad be listening to them and they're shipping this. The whole of Trinidad, not part.
Imagine that. We're now calling there. That could go and vote, you know.
Whether?
He?
Yeah. He have privilege to go and vote.
Them that's go and vote, you know. So you understand why the country is how it is? Morning.
When all you're taking them call from St. Anne's, you must announce it so we could go in the washroom and thing now. And some don't have to listen to them kind of dunce and them call and talk as a dotishness all the time on the radio.
What's that stupid talk?
Rabbit dotishness talking.
You see,
idiocracy.
Them happy with living in HGC apartment like in Maloney and thing, where Google maximum prisons, overview of maximum prisons around the world, and then send up a drone and take an overview of Maloney Garden and all them plannings where Eric Williams set up, and the only thing missing from the two is a high 30 feet fence and a guard. No, I'm telling you, do it. I tell you, that's facts, you know. And a guard sentry on a tall building, a tall outpost with a tower with an M16. And that's the culture them like. That's what they like. They don't like comfort and growth and expansion and upliftment. Just remain there. Get the and let me tell you something. You see these people, the worst thing could happen to the people who want to progress in this country, especially the African community, is that these people like them will do everything to pull them down. Just imagine, you have a man like Alexander. Alexander didn't eat no dictionary, or he's not walking encyclopedia or some kind of thing, but the man reached a position where he representing based on his knowledge and skill. Everybody that look exactly like Alexander, pulling him down, he don't see head, he can't talk, he can't this, he can't that, he can't do every single thing. And that's how they just uplift their people. And that's why you see that community, like what Rowley them does be saying, they would always remain in the bottom of the barrel because they're always finding way that if you don't support the status quo of the cult of the PNM, they would do every single thing to bring you back down and to humiliate you and go ahead.
We gotta get to the 11 o'clock news. Stanley Augustus is on, but we'll come back to you after the 11 o'clock news, right?
Okay, fellas. Yeah, take care. Yeah, man.
Anyhow, I will hold my tongue for now because we have a newscast to come here, with the Barry Whitish sounding Stanley Augustus.
Yeah.
So we have
baritone guy.
Yes, we have is that 2 or 3? 3. That's 3. All right, so if Barry White was to read the 11 o'clock news, this is probably what it would sound like. Here we go, people.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. I'm Stanley Augustus, not Barry White, and this is your TTT News Update. Making the news at this time, the Trinidad and Tobago education system does not adequately cater to students who are neurodivergent, that is, students
Talk City 91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1 is launching bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk City 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here. With voices you know, trust, and respect. Get ready for an all-new lineup of the very best in talk. Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, Stephen Reese, Mr. X, Derek Charbodi, Roland Stewart, Sharon Farfan, Sudath Prasad, Heavy Duty, Alex Asing, Karen Francisco, Cherry Lean Lewis, Short Pants, and more of the voices shaping the national conversation. From hard-hitting current affairs to real community issues, culture, politics, social development, and the stories that matter most to you. This is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk.
It's all good right here on Talk City 91.1, where we're going to give you something new, something hot every day, Monday to Friday.
Listen on 91.1 FM and connect on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. New shows, new features, big giveaways. Talk City 91.1. Your city, your voice.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health, and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Talk City 91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1 is launching bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk City 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here. With voices you know, trust, and respect. Get ready for an all-new lineup of the very best in talk. Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, Stephen Reese, Mr. X, Derek Charbodi, Roland Stewart, Sharon Farfan, Sudath Prasad, Heavy Duty, Alex Asing, Karen Francisco, Cherry Lean Lewis, Short Pants, and more of the voices shaping the national conversation. From hard-hitting current affairs to real community issues, culture, politics, social development, and the stories that matter most to you. This is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk.
It's all good right here on Talk City 91.1, where we're going to give you something new, something hot every day, Monday to Friday.
Listen on 91.1 FM and connect on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. New shows, new features, big giveaways. Talk City 91.1. Your city, your voice.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health, and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Talk City 91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1 is launching bigger, bolder.
Morning, Trinidad and Tobago. This is Stanley Augustus with the 11 a.m. news.
Yeah, want something there. I want something there.
Kinda.
It's just what it is.
God. I just want people to know. We ain't afraid no conversation. We ain't afraid no confrontation. And we welcome dialogue.
Not monologue.
But not just monologue, but oh God, listen. It's dialogue.
Listen to reason, man.
But that if you're calling to have a dialogue, then have a dialogue.
Cause we listen to reason too. So if we can listen to why you gotta listen to reason too?
When you're to be corrected, take your correction, right? And you're lucky you ain't get the rudder correction day. Well, I the web day with the volume down. Yeah. Anyway,
I wanna just talk a little bit
about
I wanna talk
sponsorship, corporate sponsorship.
Yeah, I was saying that I'm wondering why corporate doesn't sponsor big events and not it's a big events, but small events, right? Now we have a problem in Trinidad and Tobago with the youths, and I have made my pledge to the police youth club, well, to Shabadi basically, because I think he's the rightest guy to collect that money and to do things for the youths and expand. And if he can expand, he will expand, right? So I was wondering, I sleep on this last Saturday night or sometime along the lines of corporate sponsorship and tax rebates, right? It allows businesses to reduce their chargeable profits by claiming back more than a dollar for every dollar spent on eligible causes, right?
They could claim back more than a dollar.
Yes. On
for
eligible
every dollar
causes.
spent.
Yes, on eligible causes.
On eligible causes, okay.
These incentives are frequently offered for funding specific industries like education, sports, and creative arts, allowing sponsors to leverage sponsorship as both marketing and tax saving tools.
Okay.
Because at the end of the year, you can write off money and write off more than what you put out on your books. Because it's all come down, all I'm sure that people are walking on, it is all come down to the books. Whether in the black or in the red. Right? And given to organizations, well, when I was on TTRS board, I used to advocate for people like spina bifida. I used to advocate for cerebral palsy, Down syndrome, and all those things we used to give money to. And we used to write it off at the end of the year. Because I believe that people who are downtrodden should be seen about first, because they can't see about themselves. Right? They're under pressure, wherever the case may be. And we know we have a youth problem right now in Trinidad and Tobago, a very serious youth problem. And I would like to put out the call for sponsorship to people like Shabadi and his youth group, St. James Youth Group, and other groups across Trinidad and Tobago, because we need it. We need to start to make interventions into people's lives. Those youths and them, we need to start to get inside their head a little bit and give them the kind of support that we need to be giving them.
But what I proposed, right? I proposed this to one of the heads of a police youth club, right?
Right.
I think it was Greenwich. Yeah, Sergeant Greenwich was behind the badge program.
Right.
And I said, Greenwich, okay. Because there was a budget. What they have budgeted, right, is ridiculous. They really don't get no big set of subvention, and when they spread it across all the youth clubs, right?
Right. So why corporate not getting involved?
I think no, but hold on, I think the last one, and Khadija, I mean, is the one who got up in Parliament and questioned it in the last budget of the PNM, or the last or the second, the last one. The allocation was like $1,149 a month.
Wait, that?
Per youth club when they broke it down. But nevertheless,
$1,100 is it?
$1,149 or something so.
Is it
She
subvention?
would be able to answer that. I remember that.
Is it subvention
when you
for the
broke
month?
it down monthly, yeah, that's what each police club was getting. Police youth club. I'm
pipe
telling
thing
you.
is that?
So they would give them a lump sum, but then it had to split amongst all. And when you split it amongst all and you work it out, it's like $1,149 a month.
But like I said, we passed it for 5 youths to come to class.
So what I propose, correct. So what I proposed, right? I said Greenwich, and maybe Shabadi could talk to this as well, right?
Shabs, if you're listening.
The police youth clubs have a terrific engagement with a lot of youths in the area, right? They are they're an arm of anti-crime, an anti-crime initiative,
right?
As a police youth club. So you want the youths to kind of to gravitate towards that, right? So we don't need to set up other. There are other, of course, organizations like Philip Watts will explain what went on with the CCC.
Right.
When he comes in
I
here.
remember that.
Right.
21 drivers and 12 cooks getting paid.
Right.
Doing nothing.
But he will explain what went on there.
And close on
And Mylat and all these things, right?
Yeah.
Because he spoke to all of that in the interview I did with him, right?
Right.
Anyway, so I proposed this. I said, look, we have 41 constituencies. Each constituency is supposed to have a police youth club.
Right.
Each constituency also has thousands of businesses.
Real businesses all around. Business. Yeah.
So I am saying that if the business makes money off the community,
why they can't put more money back into
back,
but
right?
That's exactly my point.
Right. So my point was very simple, right?
Right.
Let's just say you have 20 businesses that you are targeting, right?
Right.
And you ask each one of those businesses to donate $500.
Right.
Just $500.
You can't go wrong. That was my plan in the 4 pillars of development
Right.
for Amla. That was
Oh,
my
but
plan.
I didn't even know that. So 500 by 20.
Right.
That is 10
5 twos are 10.
$10,000.
Yeah,
$10,000.
Yeah.
Right. So that's just 20 businesses at $500, right?
Right.
That is $10,000 a month.
Right.
To service how much ever children you have, whether it's 18 or 20, right? For activities and to take them out to what you call it?
To camps and all that kind of stuff, water parks and wherever.
Guide them out, so, you know what I mean? Because remember, this is at-risk
cricket club and wherever.
Right.
And
I say, what the police service does in return is, like how Emergency 24 does have a sticker, this property protected by Emergency 24,
right?
And the sticker is at the front of the wall, right? So you create these stickers or signs just like that,
for $5.
And you say you put it on your business place. So this business supports the police youth club initiative. Right? Now, what that does, when you put that sticker on now, those businesses that are listed as supporting the police youth clubs, anything happen.
Right.
And they call the police.
The short act.
They get in a quick response.
Right.
I'm just saying.
Right.
Not that the police have to or ought to hold anybody to ransom and not respond if it was support. I'm just saying, as part of just to create a little confidence into, you giving us something, we give you back, right? So they start working hand in hand with the police and they get a quicker response or whatever, or they could improve whatever systems, right? Inclusive of that, there is a community effect or a mental effect and drawdown from that. In that, gangsters in our area, man who run in gang, when your business is supporting the at-risk youths in the community, they're less likely to touch your business.
Right.
Right? They're less likely to.
Less likely to.
Yeah. And the youths in the community, once they know that you're supporting that initiative, it come like you are a friend of that program. They're less likely to come and disrespect you or hold you up and that kind of thing.
Business and taxi and that kind of stuff.
Especially when you take it a little further. So let's say they have a little community tournament, a little football tournament, or sports, right? Or cultural or music or whatever. And those same businesses, they come now and they cater the food.
Right.
And they cater some of the refreshments and this, that, and the other. Or they even sponsor a team or whatever the case might be. Little small thing, football, wherever you are. It builds a whole network inside of the community there, that your community becomes a tight-knit community, that you have a lot of more support structures engaged, and corporate is giving back something to the youths in the form of the police youth clubs. They get funding from that, so they're not heavily dependent on the state.
Right.
You know, it's a whole partnership now.
Well, they have educational sponsorship, 150% tax allowance of up to 500,000.
Well, look at that.
Is available for corporate sponsorship of registered public and private schools.
Well, look at that.
So if you have schools in the area, you have youths in the area that want bursaries, that kind of stuff, you could sponsor those things and get 150% tax allowance. They have for sporting activities. Companies can deduct up to $3 million on actual expenditures incurred in the promotion or sponsorship of sporting events and or sportsmen. You know what? The other day, a lineman on the block and three youth. Well, they come running to me now. Three of the mothers come running to me. Tell me, we son of them beat them up, we beat them up in Mexico, because the rugby team went out there, young rugby team, and they beat them up outside there, wherever, and they're talking about going for another tournament very soon, but they have no sponsor, so they have to be selling Jira wing and all kind of mad thing and Jira neck and all kind of thing. They raise funds to go with the children, you know what I mean, because they're very good at what they do. The three of them are from 3 different areas in my community, you know what I mean, and things like that. You know, arts and culture, film, 150% tax allowance. Yep. Also capped at a $3 million is granted for sponsoring registered artists, visual arts, fashion events, local film, or video productions. So you hear any kind of money, Shane, if all you have to do is take up at $20,000-$30,000 and give a sports club give a sportswoman and claim it at the end of the year. Tax breaks. It doesn't all have to fall. It doesn't have to fall on government alone. You wanted to say something, RKG?
No, it's so interesting that you all having that conversation, because I think when it comes to arts, culture, we could put a little more emphasis on it. You know, so far I like the whole vibe we had for Carnival with the Flavor Village. I think that was a good start. You know, and as I mentioned that, I just let me interject, because me myself, for the longest while, I want to go Africa, because my music getting a lot of traction in Africa. And I think I was actually having a conversation with a promoter out there, and he was talking about cultural exchange now. You know, having some of the artists, not just myself, but some of the artists from Trinidad going across Africa.
Well, 150% they gain back.
Yeah. So I think we need to
up to
look
3
into
million.
these things. Yeah,
There is no reason for us not to have a thriving movie industry.
Yeah.
Well, film
and people doing great stuff.
Drama by itself.
There is no reason for us not to have that, you know.
He's a
I picture idea for a movie, a comedy. It will be the greatest comedy the world ever see. Yes, Trinidad is not a real place. And you're using, no, I'm serious. And you are using instances of just madness that is happening in this country. And you get some good, you take all them fellas like Junior Lee and Kyle Boss and all of them fellas on them.
No, but
and you put them in it.
No, but I want to tell you something too.
Along with some other, you know.
I want to tell you something too, Stephan. We are natural actors here, you know. We are natural actors. They are. I can't remember the name of the guy that shot. I don't know if you remember that. Shot a movie in Lavantil. Right, it was with some youths.
Yeah.
Right, it was about drugs and I forget the name. It was
Warlock.
Yes, Warlock.
That wasn't Digo.
Warlock, right?
That wasn't Digo.
That wasn't Digo.
When I watched
Hollywood.
I was real impressed. The audio was no all of that. The visuals was no all of that. But when it comes to storyline,
the ghetto is rich in story.
Yes, it's a lot of substance in the movie.
You know that in film there's no new film?
Nah, I don't
know. You know that? There's no new film in film.
Oh, there's a new. All right.
There's no new film.
All right. It has been done before. That we're trying to say.
Done before,
right.
basically. Yeah. Right. And the ghetto is always rich in story.
Yes,
and we have a lot of filmmakers here. And back in the day when I was in film, because I had a film company, whatever, we was making a film called Duel, a long time coming. But we had a sunset clause in the government with Exim Bank to be able to pay for the film, and the sunset clause come and die, and that's how we didn't but we have about 2-3 hours worth of film.
Yeah.
You know, but we can't do anything with it because it was costing too much.
Yeah.
But generally, nobody leaves their house to come out to go in the film industry. Just like how they don't leave the house to come out in the soca industry.
Yeah.
It's the same way they don't leave the house to come out in the film industry.
Yeah.
All the pieces like the gaffer, the electrician, the production assistant. Everybody leaving their house when the day come to go into the film industry.
Exactly.
Because we rich in story and we always have films. See, like how we say you have a film and so, right? We have every area that is warranted, but we don't have the funding.
Look,
so this is why I say, I come up with this morning because you can make money off of it. You make it. You point out 1 million and claiming for 1.5.
You can't get it.
1.5 you're claiming for.
How many local movies you think the budget was 1 million?
None.
Nah, it's none.
None. All right, I'll put an example.
But the difference is, what we couldn't do 10 years ago.
We could
when
do
we
now.
were doing
We are AI now.
That is much cheaper.
Cheaper
than what it was. Because back then you had to have a red camera or a black magic or Leica or something in order to film.
Yeah, you had to have all kind of green screen. They don't even have to have that now.
You don't even have that now.
Yeah.
You know, so
production
it has
costs
become
dropped
considerably to that million we're talking about.
Look, he now talking about a flyer for an event that he will be posting.
Look to making a movie right now.
Right, he girl do the thing and put him in a suit and everything. He say no more money that save me.
Yeah.
Because if I don't go for a photo shoot,
I'll buy a suit.
suit.
That suit like about $3,000. You know, and another thing I want to say too. All right, for instance, like the folklore. Right, we talking about the Lasha Bless and the Sukunya and thing. My 6-year-old really know about these things.
Brother,
and if you could create films.
We have
right now, Tim is designing our film right now. Off of AI.
You ever see
and
From?
You
ever see From?
From? No.
It's a series. All right, it's a series on I think it's Netflix, right? It's a Netflix series of as you mentioned, Lasha Bless and Sukunya and thing, right? Is a series where different people from all different parts of America end up in this town.
Right.
So all of them drive a different road, take a different route, and somehow
end up in this
see
town.
the same fallen tree on our road and end up in this town.
Right. Like a wrong turn.
And nobody know how to come out of the town. They have no road out of the town.
Hey, they get trapped.
You're trapped.
Right.
And in the night, everybody had to get in before nightfall. Because in the night, these kind of monsters or demons has come out and hunt you. And they had to put up somebody, right? They had to put up somebody door and whatever, right? And there's a whole series done reach 4 seasons, right? It's real interesting.
Yeah.
So I started to watch it last
night.
night.
From?
Let me write on that too. I want to watch it.
Yeah, From.
When I go and start to watch From.
And it's interesting that you mentioned the Sukunya and the Lasha, because you could take a whole series like on Netflix and then making all these series on them. And you could create a whole series out of that in Trinidad, you know?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? You could make a whole series.
There's a film called Manifest too. That's real strange too. A plane going up in the air.
Doing nothing.
Going up in the air, hit a pocket, hit a air pocket, and disappear for 5 years.
And then come back.
So when the plane lands,
it come back into the future.
It come back in the future. 5 years in the future, you know. The daughter that leave.
Yes, I remember that. I never finished watching though, but I remember.
Trust me.
It was a series.
Yeah, it's a series. There's a lot of different films that we have in Trinidad that we could create.
That's right.
That we are not creating. Because no sponsorship.
You just mentioned Dole.
Yeah.
Dole, that movie, if you get that correct with the right amount of funding behind it,
boy, we mash up the place.
Classic.
Boy.
Yeah, classic. Yeah.
We mashing up the place with that.
That will be Trinidad and Tobago Godfather.
You know, movie I remember as a child. The only local movie that really stood out to me like a movie. Is Men Are Grey. Remember Men Are Grey?
Men in Grey. Yeah,
Men in Grey.
Right. That is it.
Yeah, Men in Grey.
Turn up the volume.
How you mean?
Don't turn it up next to the mic. Don't turn it up next to the mic.
Yeah.
It kind of has some experience.
Oh, right. It have some experience. The coffee mic there, right? Yeah. So what I'm saying is, you know, the industry is there. It is ripe. We have very talented people. We have the talent. It's a whole industry where employment could be created. People could start a career in the arts. Look at the theater. Look at the theater with Central Bank Auditorium, Queen's Hall, Sapa, Napa, all these plays. Right now, RSRR Promotions Productions have a play called Scandal in Cedros.
Yeah.
Right. Usually by this time of the year they ought be already on the second project. That going on since about right after Carnival. Right? That going on since after Carnival and it's sold out every night. People go to these things. People want the entertainment. They want the local entertainment. Only we could express ourselves the way that we could express ourselves, you know. Nobody can do it. Nobody could express itself like a Trinidad.
Even in these movies in Hollywood, when they try to impersonate a Trinidadian, the accent is be off.
Yep.
It'll be authentic when
Right.
they try to impersonate us, right?
Yeah, look, Squeezy
Right.
boy. Squeezy was, I remember
Squeezy
this.
was in an action movie.
Yeah, that trailer looking nice.
That had we name the boy were dead. No, what is name? The chutney singer were
Which
dead.
one?
He was acting
Who's
as
that?
Dole. They had Squeezy as the protagonist.
Yeah.
They had Reynald Sudas, which is the guy who's playing the man with pain.
Who was the man?
Paying him
Who was
off
the
to-
fat man I was balling? Who get hit? Who is he?
Night him.
Night him. I want to.
All right.
Like the man we had there earlier on when we now start this program.
Right.
So they do all of this and it's never released?
No.
I actually, funny enough,
We had 2 hours of footage.
funny enough, I do a movie too, you know, but it didn't come out yet.
Didn't come out?
Myself, I know Escata.
Right.
Yeah, it's a movie where I was playing a immigration officer. Right? I get called on the spot. You know, I could do a little thing, but it was a nice experience doing it. The thing about movies, you had to understand the amount of takes now. Just to get that one.
Just to get that one shot.
And it takes a lot to put out a movie like this because we haven't put out a blockbuster. We was going for a blockbuster with this.
The movie finished though?
The movie sort of finished.
Because if it have a trailer, that means you had would have a...
It have about 3/4 of the movie already in raw footage. It's just a cut up and place. And okay, when you're doing movies, you have to have song, which is in Dolby 5.0 and up.
Yeah.
Right? You have to have coloring. So you have to have the right color correction and that sort of stuff. You have to have the right film, the right angles and all that sort of stuff. If you ain't having it, go back and do it again. All these different pieces about film.
Food budget every day for people.
Yeah,
Everything
and I was the production manager of the film. You had to have continuity because you can't have a man with a grey jacket in one scene.
And then a blue jacket,
then he come with a blue jacket the next time. Or a simple plant or a coffee cup. All them things and them not congruent. Could have a continuity manager.
Do you
and
know
all these different
So what the little
defined pieces.
You know, as you mentioned those things, right? Like if when you're watching a movie and you see, let me say Heineken, they go in the bar and the man call for Heineken, pay for that, you know?
Yeah.
Subliminally, they just
Yeah.
put that to pay to see. Yeah.
Heineken pay for that.
Yeah,
When you go, you remember it had a comedy boy with Will Ferrell and them, and Will Ferrell was driving a Prius.
Yeah.
And it was real dissing this Prius as this kind of real tinkana. With a Prius you drive it. They pay for that.
Definitely.
They pay for these things. So
these
that's
things
where,
are not part of
and
it.
that is
where
where
my role come in. I production manager.
Right. So that is where the bulk of your sponsorship, your money, does come from, so that the company gets back something.
Yeah.
So Toyota is featured. So they're driving a RAV4.
We went
RAV4 is featured in the.
We went Hilo to do it, and Hilo say too dark. The movie too dark. We're not in color. I'm talking about too dark in terms of the content.
You see, here my problem with that, right?
But this
here my problem with that, right? Here my problem.
But I thought it was making a movie about the orange.
No, but listen to this. Listen to this, right? Steve Spielberg, right? Would come to that same place and do a movie of that content, and they would sponsor it.
But of course, they'll pelt out their money.
They would say no.
Study them.
They would say no
Yeah.
to you, but yes to somebody else based on their status.
Well, yeah,
And my problem with that is, I believe in dancing yard before you dance abroad. And if we could get, as you say, corporate to come in more and be more involved in the artistic side, in the arts and culture, I think we can move a little. You know,
I could talk about that whole day too.
So I'll tell you
Movies
what,
and things. Trust me, that might.
Let me just take this final break here. Let me just pay the final bills. And when we come back, we will connect with attorney Kyle Taklal Singh, right? Who we will get some all of these questions that we're asking about the scene with Kaya Seeley and the Joshua Samar incident and everything like that. All of these unanswered questions, we will hopefully get some clarity from attorney Taklal Singh. So we're going to talk about that when we return. Before I get to that, let me just remind you guys that if you need data on the go, get a preloaded SIM card for as low as $40, available at any store where you see a Digicel sign on the outside. Spot the Digicel sign, get a new number, preloaded data and more. Win up to $750 weekly in cash. Digicel customers can text the word SPIN to 8181 to enter, and you can enter now for a chance to win cash weekly. We take the break. When we come back, we will have Kyle Taklal Singh on with us.
At Sagicor, our story was built by people, neighbors helping neighbors, standing side by side with those.
Talk City 91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1 is launching bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk City 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here. With voices you know, trust, and respect. Get ready for an all-new lineup of the very best in talk. Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, Stephen Reese, Mr. X, Derek Charbodi, Roland Stewart, Sharon Farfan, Sudath Prasad, Heavy Duty, Alex Asing, Karen Francisco, Cherry-Leen Lewis, Short Pants, and more of the voices shaping the national conversation. From hard-hitting current affairs to real community issues, culture, politics, social development, and the stories that matter most to you. This is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk.
It's all good right here on Talk City 91.1, where we're going to give you something new, something hot every day, Monday to Friday.
Listen on 91.1 FM and connect on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. New shows, new features, big giveaways. Talk City 91.1. Your city, your voice.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health, and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
All right, line busy. All right, so we're gonna get him on with us, and we're gonna see if we can get some clarity here. Why is our man just remember easy numbers like that, you know? We see what happened here now. Ah, it ringing. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, morning.
Are we disturbing you?
Good morning.
Hey, morning. How you doing?
Yeah,
Right.
we good man is your two favorite hosts. Although I see you in studio on our next program. But I nothing. Right? Is your two favorite talk show hosts on our morning. Stephan and Mr X here, off the record. So Kyle, we have a few questions for you on this whole situation that is emerging out of the Kaya Sealy issue with the Joshua Samaru shooting. We have so many unanswered questions.
We want your expert opinion.
Right? So X, I don't know if you want to start. Where you want to start?
You started off now.
All right. Well, first off, okay. Now,
we also want to be, just before we ask the questions, of course, because it's a criminal prosecution, and I understand that instructions have been given,
right,
so that the matter will be engaging the court. So it will fall within the sub judice rule. So in terms of discussing too much of the facts of the actual incident, we should be restrained on that. Yeah.
All right, cool.
But just have a couple. Well, all right. Let me see if this is a question that could be answered. All right. I'm just going to put you forward the question.
Feel free. Yeah.
All right. A lot of people have been asking, right, why Sealy was not when she was injured and she went to the hospital. So they're asking, but how come they didn't have her under police guard,
and she was not
and,
swabbed?
and how she was allowed to leave the country if the matter was being investigated, of course, but given the fact that one of the occupants of the vehicle would have been deceased.
Well, again, let me just speak in generally, not in relation to the specific issue.
Yeah, how
if
that
someone is a
process as well.
suspect,
Yes.
they're usually detained by the police for investigation purposes. You have a limited time in which you could detain somebody. Usually we use as a guide 48 hours, but that could be justified for more or less. I don't know if she was a suspect at the time or the person was a suspect at the time. But you would have to be flexible. Of course, if there were medical issues and you had to go abroad for foreign treatment and that sort of thing.
So there is some flexibility there that could take place that could allow for that.
Yes.
All right.
Definitely.
Okay, no problem. X.
Right. Well. In general, we saw a video. We saw some. Well, everybody has been commenting on the video, right?
Yeah. I mean, I understand the interest and the fascination, but it's technically now going to be presumably evidence before court, and there is a potential jury pool that would be looking at the evidence and would be listening to radio and TV and that sort of thing.
Right,
so the sub judice role kind of says, look, we should refrain from commenting in public on matters that will now form part. So nothing is wrong in having, let's put it like this, nothing is wrong in having a general discussion as to the process of laying charges, the process of the DPP, the difference between manslaughter and murder, those sort of things.
Well,
in what circumstances can someone be charged with manslaughter, even though they may be involved in a scenario, that sort of thing. And of course, this is not me expressing opinion one way or the other. But what I would suggest with you guys is don't go down the road of actually discussing the evidence that might be put before a court of law.
Okay.
Yeah?
Well, in general circumstance, the act of causation seems to be a very new term to people.
Right.
So I don't know if you could explain that in law.
Well, it's what you call the chain of causal links that create the offense or that defense, so that there may be actions. Let's say, so the classic case, let's say in civil law, where someone gets in an accident. I may have been the driver. I may have driven negligently. I may have hit the person. The person may not be fatally wounded by the accident because of my negligent driving.
Right.
But when he reaches to a hospital, the doctor was negligent and the person dies. Is my act the cause of death? And that's where you understand? So you may have what you call novus actus intervenus, some novel event that intervenes in the actual chain of evidence, as you say, right? Or chain of causation.
Okay.
So you may have an initial incident, but because of intervening acts, is the chain of causation made out to make the person liable for the criminal offense.
Okay.
And this is a common. I mean, this is nothing out of the ordinary.
Common law.
It's the unique law of manslaughter. Now, of course, in some countries you have murder 1, 2, and 3. In some cases you have involuntary and voluntary manslaughter.
Right.
You have manslaughter. You have manslaughter in some jurisdictions. So the distinction is a little different. What I would suggest, and I'll pass on to you all a number for Miss Rambajan, Raduka Rambajan. Yes, she is top. She's probably the best person you can speak to in terms of criminal law, former prosecutor, and our defense attorney. I think she's now head of legal aid, criminal legal aid. So I would really pass on I'll pass on her number to you, and maybe she could explain those distinctions to you.
No problem. X.
Yeah.
I just want to touch before you go on that letting go of criminals. Well, people who are before the courts. That new law that they want to pass where they will let people off on minor offenses and that sort of stuff. Could you just elaborate on that a bit, please?
Is that the probation?
Yes.
Yes. So essentially the way that works, if you are found guilty of an offense, you have served a certain amount of time and you have participated in rehabilitation and a parole board usually sits and considers the offense, considers the statements of potential victims or families of victims, and your progress as an inmate, assesses you psychological component. You could be eligible for early release. And of course, the benefit to that is one, it incentivizes persons to rehabilitate themselves, and two, it of course treats with to some extent the prison overcrowding situation that you have.
Yeah, but we have, okay, well, first to begin, there's no rehabilitation in the jail going on right now. Because the jail is too full, right? So that is one issue. That's one issue. The other issue is on the people that were I just heard it in passing. It was around letting go people on minor offenses. You heard that? You heard about that?
I'm not sure about that, but it's always been within the discretion of the judge or magistrate. That the offense is minor, it's your first offense, you have no antecedents, no other pending matters in court that the magistrate could discharge you from liability. Right. They could enter no conviction or put you on a bond. So that has always been part of the law. Right. If there's some move to formalize it with specific considerations, then that's not a bad idea.
All right. Cool. One other thing here.
Tell me.
Before we let you go, I just want people to have a clear understanding of that process of police reporting, gathering of evidence, and taking that to the DPP, and how the DPP goes through that evidence.
So the most people don't understand. A lot of people don't understand that there's a distinction. The DPP does not investigate. The police investigate. The DPP decides on the evidence whether or not there's sufficient evidence to charge. He doesn't get into the gathering of evidence per se. He has to go on what is presented. So if the police do an investigation and gather 9 statements which say something, and that is presented to the DPP has to assume at this point that the statements are what we say as bona fide, or they're truthful, and they have good evidential value. These citizens are going to come to court and give evidence. And from that evidence, the DPP will make the necessary decision to charge. That doesn't necessarily get into, to some extent it gets into the quality of the evidence. But it's really not the DPP's job at that stage to go and do further investigations on his own. He may tell the police, go back out and do more investigations and bring more evidence. You need more to satisfy. But the distinction of the roles are important. So the DPP has to rely on the work of the police to some extent, to a full extent.
Well, I remember a couple of years ago they were talking about having an investigative arm in the DPP's department, but they said they didn't have any money for it. What became of that?
I don't know, but I'm not sure that is the best idea, because the person who is investigation and gathering really in complex matters shouldn't also be the person to take the decision to charge. While that's okay for some offenses because police investigate and charge on their own, for complex matters you don't want to be burdened, you want to be infected by bias in a sense, because if I do an investigation on a complex matter, I'm satisfying myself, right? So I would say the roles should really be separate.
Okay, and the PCA, right? Yesterday at the protest, there was a protest and people were saying, police shouldn't be investigating police. For the PCA to get more teeth or to have more teeth, we know it takes, it has to go through the parliament. It has to be a legislative action, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it going to be, do you have confidence in the current structure as it is? And
no.
Do we need to move towards the PCA
no,
having
not
more
at all,
powers?
because I think while the PCA is given a lot of broad powers to investigate, they could take statements, they could do searches, they almost have the power of police themselves. They aren't allowed to institute prosecution. Still has to go to the Commissioner of Police and I think then to the DPP. I think they should be allowed, given the power, to institute prosecution against police officers, or they will also be given the power to initiate disciplinary proceedings against police officers. It can't be that they're just an advisory. They gather the evidence and then they send a report to the Commissioner of Police, and it sits on the desk. When in fact the Commissioner of Police might have some culpability in it or accountability of it. So I think to give the PCMA power, we have to work a formula where they're allowed to actually prosecute or initiate disciplinary offenses against police officers.
All right.
Okay.
And that could be one of the things or the start of public confidence returning to the system.
Yes. I think more accountability is always good.
All right. Cool, man.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot
All
for
right.
your
Take
time.
care, guys.
sir.
Anytime.
All right. No problem. Thanks a lot. Yeah. But that is Attorney Kyle Taklal Singh, of course. A lot of the questions that we may have wanted answer, we cannot ask at this stage. That could have an effect on the on the matter. So we got to tread carefully. But I think we got a few in there. The PCA is definitely hearing it from an attorney that yes, the PCA should have.
X and Stephan.
Yes, dear.
What this morning her friend Alicia was saying that she's paralyzed from her waist down.
Yes.
She cannot walk. She cannot sit.
Right.
But the treatment she's getting there because she's a U.S. citizen. So the treatment she's getting there, she will not get at international. She will progress better up there.
Yes.
So that is what we heard this morning, that because the host was saying he didn't know that she was a U.S. citizen. So this Alicia said yes, she is, and she's getting good treatment up there with her medical issue.
Okay, no
so
problem.
That is what, thank you. Okay.
Yeah, thanks a lot for the information. All right, 6224911. Hello, good morning. Morning.
Morning, Stephan. Morning.
Yes, I.
X. You all were just talking to I think, Attorney Kyle about new legislation to give the PCA more teeth.
More teeth, investigative, yeah.
I find that is a very good idea, but not under the current director, the man from the East and the man from the West. You know why? He is compromised. He said the police service is the biggest gang in Trinidad and Tobago inside a talk show with a high commissioner from London. I'll go and have a nice morning.
All right. Well, I mean, look, David West, you want to get David West in here?
Why not?
I could get him in,
You'll bring him in, man.
Okay, man, I'll talk to Francis Joseph. I'll get him in. Hello, good morning. So we'll get Philip Watts. We'll get...
So Mr. Kyle Singh is saying that we need to give David West more powers. And
we need to give
police cannot investigate police because that's how we end up.
But they ought not to. I agree with that. I don't have no problem with that.
So again, we would not be having this conversation and if man run from, because you know why? Nobody is telling us the first engagement that caused him to run from the police. Who is the police that he was engaging with? Why the police engaged him? For what reason? You know the guy that has that? The police service cannot tell us what caused the initiation of the case up to now. But if they had body cams, we'd have known and seen what initiated the case and how we ended up there. You know that? Up to now, the police service cannot tell us as the citizens what initiated the case that caused the death of that man and the injury of the lady.
Do you have confidence in the DPP?
Of course.
Right. So he's not a madman, right?
No,
right.
Because it's kind of like, let me point something out. Remember in Tego Martin, there was a shooting, policeman lost his life. They say the young man shot at the police and killed the police. Remember that? And Commissioner jumped out, same thing, big thing, and they looking big man, non-chase thing, looking for the man. The end result, the man was happy to find the lawyer. When they do the autopsy result, ballistic, the man was shot from behind by the same policeman was looking for the man. So let me draw one example for you again. We had 6 people on home invasion. What they call them? The Boots gang. 4 of them died, right? One of the men who was leading that charge with these 4 people died. He was on a UNC platform saying, if they hold the prisoners, he was telling me about some incident happened first. And they killed 3 and they go 1. You see why all of them dead? So it leaves me to ask myself the question, if that is the agenda of the police to eliminate crime, I ain't getting into justice no more. Because if we had a man on the platform saying that, and now he's in charge of a certain section of the police service, and went on an exercise, and 4 men lost their life out of 6. What does that tell you about the direction of the police service? That's Johnny Abraham, tell you. Joel evening.
All right, no problem. 6224911. We getting your thoughts. Morning. We have about 7 minutes. Morning,
Good morning, Mr. X. Good morning, Stephan.
Morning,
yes,
Velma.
morning.
I just want to finish what the caller said just now. And the man still end up dead. Dead man tell no tales. All you talk to these people is they clean up the country now. Too much of people getting killed. Too much of people. I remember in the early days, a policeman kill a man. I mean, the people say, is it on a man? And he said it was a toy gun. He thought it was a toy gun used. All of the country under stress. Young people know go on long time, But all like me was don't forget. I was stressed out. It's a good thing I'm not on WhatsApp. To see nothing I could only see on the news. And well, hell, I go.
Alright, Velma says a good thing she don't WhatsApp them because she would be able to see things that she could. That, oh God, Lord Father. Morning.
Good morning again.
That's a good one, Velma.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Why every time anything major happens in Trinidad and Tobago, the public is left standing outside like spectators? We have no clue what's going on. Nobody is asking for national security to reveal witnesses or to expose operations or secret intelligence or anything like that. Right? Or why the public can't know the process. Right? Why you can't tell people, okay, well, CCTV footage was collected, ballistic testing was sent for testing, the forensic report said that we analyzing the phones or some kind of, why you can't tell people the process? Because what happens is, when they're not saying anything, it left the public to believe that nothing is being done, and then it causes a whole set of speculation and conspiracy theories and all these type of things.
Let me ask you something. If the commissioner of police holds a press conference in the morning, right, and say, look, we hearing the outcry, we saw the protest on Sunday, there are some things that the population need to understand and invest, and all what you asking for, he says it. You think that changes the public perception on Wednesday?
I think the problem is that we allow the horse and the cart to just roll away, and then we come in to try to do it at this point. It's too late, right? Now, if we want to copy in other parts of the world, let's look at the United States of America. Within a few hours, or by the next day, a representative from upper administration is there explaining to the public what is happening. This is what they said happened.
Right.
This is what we found, so on and so forth. And then, as every couple of days or within every couple of weeks, they come out and they let people know this is what's going on. I think that kind of mitigates what is happening. People will continue to speculate and do all these type of things. But when there's something coming from an official source saying this is what we're doing, it could mitigate all this madness. Why are we doing this over and over and over and over?
All
right? Let us face the reality. The psyche of Trinidad and Tobago citizens has been damaged. Right? It's not that we don't want to believe the police, It's that we've seen many cases where what their official report says didn't line up with what we saw.
Okay.
The Mova tree happened. Look at we was on a massive wide manhunt for the fellow who in Dego Martin. When they said that is he shooting and then come out after that. Oh, come on.
All right.
Look how what's allowed to happen.
Okay. Understood.
Yeah.
All right, thanks. Yeah. All right. Well, we got 1, 2, 3. 3 minutes to close. All right, X. Your thoughts? I think at this point there is nothing that the police commissioner could come and say that is going to bring
the DPP has more credibility.
Yeah, but the DPP, as I understand, the DPP don't hold press conferences, And we'll have to wait until the matter hits the court.
Yeah,
And the evidence is laid out in court. He
doesn't
doesn't hold press conferences, and it's gonna reach. You gotta wait to the court. Yeah, everybody died. I mean, that's what it is.
To all the people on the live feed, good morning to all of y'all. Somebody speak again. Yeah, big up here, RKG. Some man taking it for 18. Yeah.
What?
18 years and over, so you can take your man them for yourself. Yes, as I was saying. To all the people on the live feed, good morning to all of y'all, and thank you all for listening. And Gail Ferdinand, Shadow Abyss.
What is that?
Jill Monroe.
listen, chat. Is that's what they refer to as chat, right?
Yeah.
Chat.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah,
Imagine that. We live in a world where you have all these platforms, and where people comment. It's called chat, and that's just a name now. That's chat. Chat is a name now.
Yeah.
Understand?
Well, the man using it. The man show you how to use
chat,
it.
Boy, chat.
The man show you how to use it. But I want to thank all the people that listen to us.
10 speed show me that too, eh?
Yeah.
10 speed and them start that, Yo, chat.
Yeah.
What's up, chat? You understand?
Chat running on the hand.
And chat just, yeah.
It is what it is.
Good.
But even the others of mine, some genius of expressing the obvious. Stop walking around your tongue with your blinkers on as you just mirror into a post. Have a good day, TNT, and mind your business.
Yeah, but we still have a minute and a half. But I tell you this, man. I think there is a time that good sense has to prevail, and people need to be calm, right? The end of the day, there is a process. The process works.
Well, we'll see that. That's the emotions taking over.
The emotions has taken over as usual.
And rightly so, because it's their friend and whatever, no problem thing. But at the end of the day, right thinking people are the kind of balance out the information that they have in their head and kind of do it differently. It is what it is.
We will see what position the common law in-laws take. Meaning the Samaros.
We almost on 5,000 views, yes.
Right. We will
200
see.
short now.
We go get them on before the end of the day. We will see what position they take because, like I said, their absence yesterday in the protests, if they weren't there, or their presence was not there, that speaks volumes. That tells a story. So we'll see what story that tells as time goes along. But just have some patience. Stay calm. Do not, don't get antsy and all up in your feelings. There is a process. Allow it to work. Nobody's been found guilty or innocent of anything. Right? Let the process proceed. So we are out. Here comes your TTT News at noon. We'll be back tomorrow, people. And I eating curry Sunday. Oh, gosh.
Good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. I'm Kyrie Roberts. This is TTT News at noon. Topping the news at this time.